This is Girard Sports Live.
Top of the season, Kansas. Augustine sets a big fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett's Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and a foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to another night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we settle in for another great night of high school basketball. A girls and boys basketball doubleheader tonight as the Girard Lady Trojans and Trojan men make the short trip up Highway 7, kind of link in there with Highway 69 and get your way on up here to Fort Scott, Bourbon County, the side of tonight's action as the Lady Trojans get ready to take on the Lady Tigers. BJ Harris along with you. Beside me, Mrs. Harris, running camera. Little Harris behind me. We've got a family affair here tonight in Fort Scott as we'll bring you these games here tonight. Lady Trojans, Trojan men, both probably feeling pretty good about themselves right now as both teams have got themselves in the winning ways. Lady Trojans on a 4-game winning streak right now coming into this ball game. They come into this contest at 8-3, 1-0 in CNC play. They got a win last Tuesday night. You saw it right here on Girard Sports Live as they beat Baxter Springs for the second time this season. That 4-game winning streak was started in the Wilson County Classic where the Lady Trojans were able to pick up 3 in a row in a third straight Wilson County Classic championship. And they've had some luck here against the Fort Scott Tigers here of late. Certainly the Trojans have been very, very good here in girls basketball here over the last decade or so. But they will have their hands full tonight against a Fort Scott Lady Tigers team that comes in at 5-7. But don't let that record fool you. They open up their season in the Willard tournament, which is always known to be a really hard one. That included Bentonville West, Willard, and Harrison. Harrison, Arkansas, rather. And then they get into a little bit of SEK play. And I can tell you, top to bottom, the SEK on both on the boys and girls side is as good as it's been in some time. And right now in the SEK, Fort Scott's sitting at 4-2. Then they went and played their midseason tournament, which was the Frontenac tournament, which has gotten very, very competitive. In that game, in that tournament, they had a loss to Providence Academy, wherever that is, Blue Springs up in Missouri as well, and then they got a win in the final game, 52-22 over Kansas City Turner. And so played some competition, so don't let that 5-7 record fool you. The Lady Tigers are for real, and Coach Herlocker is more than aware of what they can bring here today. Trojan men got a win also to open up CNC play as they beat Baxter Springs last Tuesday night. But they'll be taking on, again, another Fort Scott team that doesn't have a terrific record, but they played that same kind of tournament schedule that the ladies have. And so they're going to be much better than their record shows. We'll talk more about the boys' game here as we progress on the pregame show. Up next, though, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, hear what he has to say about that win over Baxter Springs and what he has to say about the game here tonight against Fort Scott. Don't forget, Girard Sports Live is presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Croccan, the fastest internet in southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. And, of course, coming up here on the pregame show, it's brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Up next, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Croccan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Croccan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. DJ Harris along with you as we settle in for the front side of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight, a non-conference game at Fort Scott. The Trojans getting ready to take on the Lady Tigers. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlock. Coach, a good win last Tuesday, a good conference win, believe it or not, to get conference season started 1-0 against Baxter Springs. It was a nip-and-tuck ball game, one where you guys trailed at half, but able to come back in the second half, get the win. What was the difference for you guys to get that victory?
You know, it was a game that we knew in advance that they were a team that only went about 6 deep. And so, you know, we forced tempo that whole game, gave up some easier shots than I'd like, forcing that tempo, really. But kind of just trusted that at some point we'd get them to hit a wall because we had our kids rotating in and out. And, with about 6 minutes left in that fourth quarter, they hit a pretty big wall, I felt like, and our kids, kicked it into overdrive. And at the end of the day, kind of like it's been most of the season, our full court defense came in big for us, and we were able to get the win.
Obviously, they were going to be different. You guys met earlier in the season, I think game number 3 or 4. How were they different, and how are you different? You obviously have had some improvements and had some changes, certainly with some injuries. How are you different? How are they different?
You swirl that around into a game, so it makes both groups different. It made their Barnes girl a lot more dominant. With Caitlin Flaherty was an enforcer inside for us defensively, and with her gone, she was able to hit some of those shots. She stepped out and hit. I think she finished the game with 24 points, hit a couple threes as well. She had one of her better games probably, and pretty indicative. I felt like we did the last time we played them. We did a pretty good job of controlling her and her scoring, and just didn't get it done this game. By the same token, Sydney Crane had 29 points, and at this point, Jada Valley's really stepping up. And again, like I said, it was just kind of a group effort. We got J.C. Murphy back, and I feel like we're just overall, as a group, playing more confident with J.C. back.
It's funny, I was going to go to the next question was confidence, and that seems to be such an important piece of success in anything, but for your girls specifically, and you're on a 4-game winning streak right now. It was a 3-game winning streak coming off the Wilson County Classic, coming off a championship. With this particular group of girls, how important is maintaining that confidence, and how important is it going to be again this evening?
It's everything, honestly, and in particular, going to Fort Scott, Kansas. If you've never been there to play a game, their pep club is one of the best ones around, and they really do the research, and they come up with some really personal things to say to the kids and some unnerving things to say to the kids. And, the gym's kind of a unique place to play, and put all that together, and probably other than Labette, probably the most unfriendly place to play. So absolutely, you got to have some inner inner strength and be ready for some adversity and be ready to respond to that adversity. So having these 4 games in a row, just what the doctor ordered, and hopefully will carry us through tonight.
All right, let's talk more about then Fort Scott, the Tigers. What specifically do they do? What's the things that kind of keep you up at night, and how are you going to battle it?
You know, it seems like that they just kind of clone cooks there. There's another cook girl that's a senior this year, and they've got their overall group together has been taking their lumps as sophomores. Some of them, the cook girl, and some of them played as freshmen, but they've all kind of been playing since their sophomore year, and so this is a harvest year for them. They're all seniors this year, and so this is kind of probably the one that a lot of them had circled on this calendar. Against us, we've had a lot of success over the years. I don't know what the lifetime record is against Fort Scott, but ours is pretty good, and so they'll be pretty highly motivated to get after us and want to beat us and all that. They've got Skylar Brown, who is a point guard, and each and every year she's gotten better with her shot, better with her ball handling, and watching film this year, she's really stepping up and becoming a big-time player for them as well. So a lot of talent, a lot of experience, and we'll have our hands full.
Always good to get these non-conference ball games in here and continue to get better. Look forward to this one tonight, and good luck.
Yep, we'll definitely find out who we are tonight. Thanks.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We're going to step away, take a quick break. Still to come, we've got your starting lineups, your opening tip-off from Fort Scott. It's the Trojans and the Tigers next on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout Southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here live to Fort Scott High School, the side of this boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight. The Girard Lady Trojans, Trojan men, making the trip up here to take on the Fort Scott Tigers, just a little bit away from a tip-off here in this one. It's time to take a look at your area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper of Girard, formerly Brenneman Auto Parts. Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, Bosch brake pads, Wicks filters, Timken bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie Street in Girard. We'll stay on the girls' side for the matchups around the area tonight, and it's a full schedule. The Columbus Titans at Parsons in a non-conference matchup there. Girard, of course, at Fort Scott here in this one. Independence is at Frontenac. Again, a non-conference matchup. The only conference matchup tonight in the CNC on the girls' side is Riverton at St. Mary's Colgan. And so that's a look at the matchups from around the area. Tomorrow there is another one as Riverton will be at Sarcoxy. So Riverton going to play at Colgan, which is a tough thing right there. And then they will be over the road on the other side of the border there to take on Sarcoxy in tomorrow's action. That's a look at around the area. Brought to you by Bumper to Bumper. Time to look at your keys to the game. Those are brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. We're right there in their hometown, right in their backyard tonight. Students can take general education courses or complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. As always, for the Trojans, Lady Trojans, you heard Coach talk about it a little bit, but their pressure, if they can get pressure and cause turnovers, then they'll have a chance in this ballgame against a Fort Scott team that's long but has some shooters. And he mentioned last night, their game on Tuesday, how the Barnes girl from Baxter Springs is big inside, and they had some trouble with her, but eventually they were able to wear a Frontenac, Baxter Springs down in that ball game. And as they wore them down in the fourth quarter, that's when they took it over. It was nip and tuck, and we may see the same thing here today. Can the Lady Trojans do that twice in 1 week? We will see. And also, that post play is important. Continue to see the development of Britley Bailey, and then, of course, as Sydney Crane goes, is how the Trojans go. And if she can get going here tonight, the Lady Trojans will have a very good opportunity to get a win. Did mention the boys' game. The Trojan men coming in at 8-3, 1-0 in their CNC play. The Trojan men are coming off a good win against that Baxter Springs team as they won in a close one, 55-52, maybe a little bit closer than it needed to be, a little bit of unnecessary drama. Trojans shot pretty good in that ball game as they shot 50% from the field, 46% from the field, but went to a woeful 3 of 16 from three-point range. They've got to be better from behind the arc, especially when you get against a team like Baxter that shot 50%, 5 of 10 from three-point range, and continue the free throw shooting. Just not very good. 6 of 11 in that ball game. You've got to shoot better from the free throw line. Those are free throws. Those are free points that you leave out on the board. And so the Trojans, but again, Caleb Muya having a phenomenal year. 24.3 points per ball game. And Evan Troike coming on strong. Evan just dominates in a lot of different categories. 8.5 rebounds per ball game. He's averaging, he's got 37 steals on the season. He's averaging almost in double figures at 9.3 points per ball game. He'll get over that the way he's been shooting here of late. So the Trojan men trying to get a winning streak going of themselves here, making a trip up here to Fort Scott. And these games have always been fun. Trojans have come up here and played in Fort Scott for many years and played some SEK opponents. And unfortunately, CNC going to go to a double round robin. So some of these games, they may keep this one. I'm not sure not privy to what the schedule is, but some of these really good, fun non-conference matchups may be going to the wayside eventually. And so we hope that's not the case. But the Trojans will need to get a win one more time here, at least in Fort Scott, and try to get motivation to continue on in this season. And as you win, you keep on building that resume and building that confidence. Trojans will be back in action as we go back to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium next Tuesday. We'll have that game for you as we get back into CNC play as they take on the Frontenac Raiders. We'll have that game beginning around 5:45 here on Girard Sports Live. We'll step away, take another quick break. We'll come back and get your starting lineups. Actually, we'll do our starting lineups right now. Starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique, a great new shabby chic located next door to Sheer Expressions on the south side of the square in Girard. See them online at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. For Fort Scott, they will be number 11, Skylar Brown, number 15, Jenny Denton, number 30, Carson Dwyer, number 35, Madison Cook, and number 40, Kelsey Nelson. For the Lady Trojans, JoJo Ferguson, 5'11", junior. Also in there, Drake Worrell, 5'9", junior. Those two switch back and out, fourth in the starting lineup, so I'll say them both. Number 14, Gabby Sands, 5'7", junior. Number 15, J.C. Murphy, a 5'5", senior. Number 21, Britley Bailey, a 5'11", sophomore, averaging 4.1 points per ball game. And number 23, Sydney Crane, a 5'8", senior, averaging 22.3 points per ball game. Those are your starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. They're going to do the starting lineups here inside the gymnasium, and we will do them. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back for your opening tip-off here from Fort Scott. Lady Trojans, Lady Tigers, next on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Crock-In Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. For the Trojans, it'll be Brittany Bailey at center court to lead things off against Madison Cook. And here we go. Lady Trojans, Lady Tigers. Girard Sports Live here from Fort Scott. Opening toss going to be won by the Lady Trojans. They move from left to right. Off right side for J.C. Murphy. Back top of the key, JoJo getting the start here tonight for the Lady Trojans. On the left wing for Crane. She'll kick off top of the key. Right now they've got single coverage over there on that left side with Crane, but you know that help is not far away in the defense. Show her back inside, back outside rather. They'll go for the Lady Trojans. High post for Bailey on this near side. This will be her right side. Drive, Crane, elevate, gets contact, no foul. Loose ball, tie up. It'll be in favor of the Lady Tigers. So going the other way here. Opening possession of the ball game. No score for the Lady Trojans. Very good patience in that half court. Just couldn't get it to go through the hole. And a good take by Crane trying to get that contact. You got to feel things out, figure out how they're going to call this game. Trojans will come up on the right side. Skylar Brown now to the right corner for Jenny Denton. Here top of the key, back over to Brown. To the left corner. This is Carson Dwyer. Back to Brown. Brown's a ball handle. Top off inside, stolen away by the Lady Trojans. Bailey give up for Sands, and Gabby's going to bring the ball to the floor. Gabby had a fantastic Wilson County Classic. Went off from three-point range. On the right side for Bailey. She'll shoot with that left hand, missed it. Rebound, no, hard shove. And it is going to be a contact as J.C. Murphy was in perfect position, then got hard contact in her back. And it'll be the first foul of the ball game. It'll be against the Lady Tigers. Team foul number one. On the left side, now top of the key. Move it to the right for Murphy. See who they called that foul on, and they haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet either. Here's Murphy. She's got an opening. Blocked. And a foul. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's why it's important to know who that foul was, because it may have been Madison Cook to get that one. If that's true, that's her second. It's the first on Madison Cook. Second on the Tigers. Are going to send JC to the free throw line to shoot two. First one's up and through the hoop. Trojans lead early. Get the first lead of this ball game. JoJo going to sit down. Drake Worrell going to come in. Again, I mentioned those two switch back and forth quite often on the starting lineup. JC missed the second one. Knocked around. Last touched out of bounds by Bailey. It'll stay with Girard, or stay with Fort Scott, rather. Here with 6.5 to play in this opening quarter. Jada Fowley going to check into the ball game as well. She comes in to replace Murphy. Trojans going to put that full court pressure. Again, can they handle the pressure? Can Fort Scott handle that pressure? Trojans will try to keep it on through a good duration of this ball game. Madison Cook with it. Skip pass on the right wing. Now here's Brown. Back to Cook. To the corner. Set, fire, three on the way by Dwyer. Good. It's a two They call it a 2. She was just inside that 3-point range, and Fort Scott takes the lead. They gave her 3. It's just a 2. Here's trying to drive his Crane, and the 2. We're going to have to monitor the shot clock or the score table because so far not off to a real stellar start. Jada Valley to get inbound. She'll throw it in. It's stolen away. Got to be careful with the basketball. They're a lot longer than they maybe look there. Madison Cook steps in front of that one. Rather, that was Dwyer. Now here's Dwyer. She'll step. Little runner with the right hand. No good. That was good. That was Cook. And the rebound pulled out of there by the Lady Trojans. Into the front court. Crane, little stutter step spin. Little scoop shot. No good, but she is fouled. And Sid will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be called on Kelsey Nelson, her first. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Tigers, and Crane going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight, and she'll drop in the first one. She'll tie this ball game up, Will Sidney. Sidney Crane last Saturday went over the 1,000-point mark for her career. That is a very exclusive club at any school. It is in Girard as well, and with that free throw right there, she puts the Trojans back in front, 3-2. 5:38 to go, first quarter. See that score in the upper right-hand side, right to top of your screen. Drive, contact, and we'll see. They're going to say it was a shooting foul. Pushing the issue down there, just checking into the ball game was Abby Humble, the junior, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So far called pretty closely. You never know what you're going to get. I'm contended, and after seeing, and Abby missed the first one, seeing what they called, at the Wilson County Classic, it was maybe called a little bit tighter. Sometimes you get an SEK, they let things go a little bit, and Lady Trojans have been back and forth from those. Right now, this was being called pretty tight on the inside, so you got to adjust your play, and for the Trojans, that means going right to the rim. Letting Crane slash and dash inside there and try to get to the rim, and not a great trip to the free throw line there for Abby Humble, so it'll remain Trojans in front by 1. 5:25 to go, first quarter. Crane will bring it across the timeline. Double screen there on either side of her, trying to just get her free. She'll scoop it up in. The shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Nope, that was Bailey, rather, with the rebound. Outlet they go. Dump off for Dwyer. Now left wing. Driving for Cook. Cook with the left hand. No good. And coach is not kidding, man. They have just cloned. There's a jump ball that's going to be in favor of the Lady Trojans. They get bailed out there. 35 is Cook, and they all look the same, and they are all built the same, and they can all shoot the ball, and you got to watch them. Sand's going to check out. Bailey will check out. Kinsey Smith getting her first action of the ball game, and in comes J.C. Murphy as well. Jump ball came just in the nick of time because it was about to be ripped out of the hands of the Lady Trojans. Kind of a slow pace to this ball game so far. The fouls, shots have not helped that pace. Crane, she'll little runner with the left hand, with the right hand rather, up and in. She's got 4. Lady Trojans lead by 3, 5-2. But on the other end, layup, shot no good. Good defense there. Rebound though by Dwyer. She'll put it up off the glass, no good. And Crane's nearly there to get the rebound, but it gets popped out of her hands. And a foul going to be called on Jada Valley. Can't make that foul. Just let them play, let them set their offense up and play good defense. And Jada's going to get called for her first, team foul number 2 on the Lady Trojans. It'll be on the floor, and so Dwyer will inbound. Also in for Fort Scott, Josie Allen. Number 2 out there, top of the key right now. Dwyer over to Allen. Little pump on the right wing. Set. 3 on the way from Carson Dwyer. It's up and good. She's got all 5 of their points. We're all knotted up at 5 here. 4:14 to play. Crane, drive. Is trying to step through, and a contact going to be on the floor. And fouls are going to become an issue in this ballgame, I can already tell you. 4:09 to play first quarter. We've already had 7 fouls called. The other night in that Wilson County tournament, I don't know if you remember the number, I think it was like 69 free throws attempted in that game. And that's about half calling it a little too tight maybe, and half bad defense. Here's Murphy on the right side. Halfway through this first quarter. No. Step back, cross the lane, shot up, no good, partially blocked, and out of bounds. Off of the Lady Tigers, it'll stay with the Trojans. Good break there for them. Trojans had a few breaks here. That jump ball a little while ago, that call right there going out of bounds. Well, it didn't look like they were in very good position. And get it inbound. Here's Murphy. And more contact. Just bad defense. This is less about the officiating and more about the fact that girls just aren't moving their feet and getting down there and playing good fundamental defense. And I guess you got a good enough bench. You can bring them in. Looks like Fort Scott does. They've had quite a few substitutions. Here's 3 more girls that haven't played yet. Allen will check out. Brown will check out. And also out of the ballgame goes Abby Humble for the Lady Tigers. In comes Sierra Stumfel. There's a shot by Whirl, no good. Jada Valley trying to mix it up in there, and rebound pulled out of there by Ella Beth, who just checked into the ball game for Fort Scott, nearly lost it. Valley's all over her. They'll sling back off, and the other one that just checked in, Jenny Denton, checked back into the ball game. Off left side for Beth. Top of the key, Denton. Here's Beth. Sets her feet. 3 on the way, no good. Over the back of the backboard, and that'll be out of bounds. Back to the Lady Trojans. Back to the Trojans as they try to break this 5-all tie here. 3:21 to play in this opening quarter in this non-conference matchup in Fort Scott. Crane will bring it over to the left wing. Now she'll drive, pull up. 12-footer on the way. Swish. Sydney Crane and Carson Dwyer are having a one-on-one matchup right now. Both of them pretty much all their points. J.C. Murphy does have that one free throw. 7-5 your score. Trojans in top. Into the free throw line. Cook. Fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be called on Kenzie Smith. Her first. Team 2-3. And Cook. First one's up and no good. Second one's on the way, and so far they've left some points out there at the free throw line. Tigers are 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. And if they're going to call the game tied, here's a set fire 3, no good, missed it badly. Maybe a little bit more time on that one for Crane. Up in front court, here they come. Jenny Denton, shot blocked, let that one go. Rebound pulled up, now the foul will come, and that's going to send Sierra Stumfel to the free throw line to shoot 2. And it's Kenzie Smith again. Coming in quickly and picking up 2 fouls. This would be the smallest formation, the smallest front Lady Trojans would put in the game with this group, and now they'll get a little bit longer as they'll look to bring in JoJo and bring in Gabby Sands. Valley going to check out. Smith will check out with those 2 fouls. Well, came for a basketball game, and free throw shooting contest broke out. Stumfel made them both. And ties this ball game back up at 7 apiece. Crane will bring it across the timeline for the Lady Trojans. 2.5 to go first quarter. Kick to Murphy. Here's Sands on the right side. Oh, good move by JoJo. Missed her. Top of the key, lost it, knocked around, still to be determined. That ball was loose. City's got to go get that thing. Luckily for them, they are not very good in transition. Brown, kickoff for Cook. Ball knocked around, nearly stolen away. Whirl comes in there and pokes it around at it. Back over to Brown. Here's Dwyer, no good. Madison Cook, rather. Now to Brown on the right wing. Skylar Brown back again. Push up with the right hand, good off the glass. Good move there by Skylar Brown. And the Tigers are in front once again. 9-7, 142 to play. So far in this ballgame, we've had 3 ties and 2 lead changes. Here's a runner in the lane. Good, make it 4 ties. As Crane puts that one in. Sid's having a pretty good first quarter. 8 points already for her. Got to get everybody else involved a little bit, though, and I think early is important as well. Here's a catch and fire 3, hard off the back iron, no good. Knocked around, and ball's loose. Still loose. Now catch it. Stumple's going to be fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line. Sierra Stumple so far is the only Tiger that's proven they can shoot the free throw. She knocked down both of them in her trip just a moment ago. We have 11 fouls called already here in this first quarter. And Stumple misses the first one. Back in comes Carson Dwyer. She'll replace Cook. Worrell and Crane sit down. In comes Murphy and Britley Bailey. Here's Stumple. Missed them both. Rebound pulled out of there by Jada Valley. We'll stay tied at 9-all here as we approach the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. In a low-scoring affair so far in this one. JC's going to have to pass it. She'll get it off to Ferguson. JoJo push one up in the lane, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Tigers. They want to run with it. In backcourt, Brown, long pass up in front court. To the right side, kick back over for Dwyer. They go back and forth. Dwyer swings it left side for Skylar Brown. In the paint, step through, up off the glass. Got her own rebound. Got to be stronger at the boards. No good again. And the Trojans finally will bring it down. They're running. Run that break. Up in front, JoJo catch with the right hand, good. She was calling for it. Finally, they found her. Good run in the floor there by Ferguson. Trojans back in front. Here with 18 seconds to play in this first quarter. It's been good. I can't say it's been fun so far, but the floor it's been pretty tight. Trying to go down inside Stumple. She walked with it, got away with it, and thrown out of bounds. Trojans will get maybe a crack at it here with 4 minutes to play. Nonetheless, they will likely have the lead going into the end of this first quarter. What are you going to do with it? Got to know here. JC off 2, 1. She'll throw it up. Maybe draw contact there if they're going to guard you that close, kind of lean into them, get a little bit of contact. And so right now the Trojans have a lead. 11-9 after 1 quarter of play. We're back for the second quarter after this. You're watching Girard Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, second quarter action rather. Trojans and Tigers here in Fort Scott. Trojans lead 11-9. Shot up and one as they foul Skylar Brown. And they'll send her to the free throw line. All tied up at 11. We've had 2, 5, 7, 9. And 11. 5 ties already in this ball game. 4 lead changes. It's not bad. And Brown trying to take the lead back for the Tigers, and she does. Opening seconds of this second quarter. Tigers moving. Trojans rather moving from left to right. Here's Valley catching on the right wing. Dump off inside Crane, trying to back. Slice through the defense. Can't get it. Somehow ends up the rebound. Her putback's no good, but she is fouled. And now with less than 30 seconds into the second quarter, we've gone over the bonus here for the fouls with 7. And Sydney will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 and misses the first one. 2 out of 3 so far from the free throw line is Crane, and 60% free throw shooter Knocks down the second one, ties this ball game back up at 12. Trojans put a little token pressure onto the backcourt. Nothing too dramatic so far. On the right wing, Ella Beth, top of the key. They move it through Dwyer. Now dump off inside, trying to go to Brown. Stolen away by the Lady Trojans. Trojans have some opportunities, I think, in the fast break in transition. That's a low percentage pass there by Crane. And right to the defense. On the right wing. Brown with it. To the right corner. Dump off inside. They go for Cook. Cook trying to force one up. Shot no good. They kind of just throw things up. Trojans in transition. Got to go. Crane. Nice dish. Made up for it there. Couldn't get finished though. Rebound those Sands and Gabby will pull it out. Coach wanted her to go right back up with it because she was already down in there. Now they'll reset. Here's Bailey with it. Face and go. Britt, go. She got that left side. They're giving it to her. That's her favorite side. Needs to have a little confidence there. Here's a three by Crane. No good. Bailey fights for the rebound. Go right back up again. Now she'll back her way in there. She can do that every time. I think Britley needs to know that she's got a favorable matchup there inside, and she can back down Brown a little bit. Trojans back in front, 14-12. Drive, a little leaner. That's a ticky-tack foul. Way outside and not a ton of contact. Ticky-tack foul. You want to know what that is? I know what it means. Is it important that anybody else knows what it means?
Yeah, if you're going to say it.
I'll let you use your imagination as a listener to figure out what I mean by that. It means it's not a real big physical contact. It's kind of wimpy ticky-tack. Anyway, Ella Beth at the free throw line. She knocks down. I'm having a conversation with my camera person here, my camera woman, and trying to explain to her my vocabulary. It's a conversation we have often. Up off the right side here with the Trojans. A little bit of pressure. Now Valley on the right corner. Good tight man-to-man defense here by the Tigers. They go one-on-one. That's going to be a foul every time. That's not a fair matchup. I think they think that Jenny Denton can match up with Sydney Crane. She cannot. And if they're going to go one-on-one, man-to-man with her with no help, it didn't seem that there was a lot of help there. They're going to have a hard time. Sands will check out. Bailey will check out. Murphy and Smith come back into the ballgame for the Lady Trojans. And Crane going back to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. Up and good. Sydney is in double figures with 10 points. Trojans lead at 15-14, 5:50 to play in the opening half of action here tonight. Crane's second one on the way through. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Trojans back in front. They've led more than they've trailed in this ballgame, but they have trailed a couple of times here. Up the floor they come. Ella Beth between the legs. Good dribbling there. Shake and bake. Off left side now, drive, pull up, jumper on the way, no good by Dwyer. Rebound pulled out of there by Smith, and she's banged around. Just tons of contact on that one. And Smith gets tangled up. Luckily for Lady Trojans, possession arrow points their way, but the 8 will stay with the Lady Trojans here with 5.5 to play. A little just over 5.5 to play in this first half. A little pressure going to be applied here in a zone, three-quarter court. And dribble out of that one. That is a low percentage pass as well. Coach frustrated with that, I'm sure. Cook, kick outside. Three on the way by Beth. Good. A pretty looking shot there by Ella Beth. And the Tigers are back in front. 17-16. 5:10 to play. Valley, she'll drive. Good pass. Worrell holds on to it long enough and puts it up and in. Wasn't pretty, but it went ineffective. And it goes through the hole. Trojans back in front. This is how these matchups have gone every time we come to Fort Scott. It is almost always nip and tuck. Dump off inside. Good ball movement. Brown, nope, that's Dwyer rather. Got the catch and couldn't compete. Trojans now have numbers. 3-on-2. Crane crossing. Dump. Another good look. There's Drake Worrell says, I hustled down here. I'm wide open. Give me the basketball. And a timeout can be called by the Tigers. as the Trojans lead it now 20-17. That matches their largest lead of the ball game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back underway here after that timeout by the Tigers. Driving in there, trying a little scoop shot there was Madison Cook, and her first bucket of the ball game pulls the Tigers to within one here, 20-19. Trojans in front, 4:18 to play in the first half. Here's Ferguson, shooting one, maybe trying to get that look back across the lane. Trojans have broken that pressure and got a couple of easy looks down inside. That's what the Tigers needed to call that timeout to try to sort out exactly how to avoid that. Kinsey Kester getting her first action of the ball game here on this near side. Over to Crane. Coming up on the halfway point of the second quarter. Worrell, good dish. Ferguson, no good. Rebound, Crane. She'll put it up, no good. And loose ball. Drake Worrell coming in there to get it again. Good effort there by her. Catching fire. Three on the way, no good. And, a couple of Lady Trojans run into one another. They'll get up, surprisingly. And the Tigers throw it away. Boy, nearly threw it away. They catch it. Here's Brown on the right wing. Down inside, Trojans lost her. Person Dwyer. She's got 7 points, and the Tigers are back in front. 21-20. And a steal. Brown on Kester. Up and under. Missed it somehow. Tigers will gather it back up here. Brown will catch on the right corner. 3:22 to try to dump off inside, and Drake Worrell called for a foul. Worrell's foul. Team foul number 7 on the Lady Trojans, maybe 8. It's her second, actually. Out of the ball game goes Dwyer. And Cook is at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Briley Bailey checked back in for the Lady Trojans. Dwyer rattles in the first one. Cook rattles in the first one. Cook and Dwyer look way too similar to one another, and it's confusing me. I think I'd be better at this by now. Josie Allen going to come into the ball game along with Kyra Pryor. They've gone 10 deep on their bench already. Second one missed it all by Cook, and their largest lead of the ball game now is 2 for the Tigers. They've only been right there 2 to 1 point when they've had the lead. They're matching their largest right now, leading at 22-20. Valley, just go. Dump off. Too high inside, trying to work it down inside for Bailey, and stolen away. Tons of turnovers in this second quarter. Here's Cook stepping around with the left hand, no good. Gets her own rebound, and foul going to be called on the floor, and they're going to say it's on the floor, yeah. Foul's called on the floor. Nope. So she'll be shooting 1 and 1. Cook just went to the free throw line. She's only 1 out of 4 from the charity stripe here in this first half, and she's left some points out there. Only 3 points in this first half as well. Here comes the first one. And that one's good. Making the front side, giving herself a chance. And extends this lead to now matching the largest lead for either team, 23-20. Hit them both. 3:01 to play in this first half. Trojans kind of in a funk right here for the last couple of minutes and got to get out of it. This pressure, kind of a gift that gives sometimes and it can take away. Trojans get it across the timeline. Valley will dribble out of that pressure. Step through with the right hand layup. They're going to say it's on the floor as well. Foul's going to be called on number 3, Kyra Pryor. Her first. Team foul number 9 on the Tigers. And Jada Valley at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Jada the other night shot really well from the free throw line in that Wilson County tournament. And I think her career high, she had 19 points, maybe 11 of 13 from the free throw line, 11 of 16 from the free throw line, and not too bad. She'll make the first one. Coach Herlocker will take a timeout. We'll take it along with him. 24-21, Lady Trojans down by 3. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Jada Valley at the free throw line to shoot her second free throw. She just made one. And she made 2. Pulled the Trojans back to within 2. Here against the Fort Scott Tigers. A little pressure going to be applied here. Kind of man-to-man a little bit. Now they'll sink off. Josie Allen with it. Back over to Brown. Brown will push it to the right corner for Ella Beth. She's got a 3 in this ball game. Drive for Cook. Scoop with the left hand. No good. Rebound Bailey. Got to be strong with that rebound because they'll pick and hack at the basketball. Trojans with a chance to tie it. Maybe take the lead. Crane step through. Force one up. No good. Pulled out of there by Allen. Up in front court. Beth. Tons of contact. Beth will pull it back on the right wing. Here's Allen. High post. Cook. Turn around. Over to go with it. Back outside. Brown. 3 on the way. Good. Off the bank. Goodness gracious. Skylar Brown knocks down that one. She's got 6 points in this second quarter. 8 for the ball game. And largest lead of the ball game for either team now is 5. 27-22. Tigers grab the lead to start this second quarter. Missed who that was. Yeah, Jada Valley getting that one to go. 27-24. Trojans too fast for me. At the elbow. Shot up by Humble. Took forever to get there and went through. A huge arch. Shoots just like she shot her free throws, and that one went in. 29-24. Trojans got to end this last minute and a half or so strong to try to have a little bit of momentum going to the locker room. Gabby Sands, no points so far. Gabby been pretty good offensively here of late. Crane will catch and fire. She wants a 3, no good. Down inside, and the physicality inside is just getting to the Trojans. Up the floor they go. Chance to grow their lead for the Tigers here with under a minute to play in the first half. Jordan should make halftime break show coming your way in just a little bit. And the foul is going to send Ella Beth to the free throw line. She's 2 from the stripe so far in this first half. They keep throwing them at you. Again, they go 10 deep. They're about to go 12, 11 deep now as a new player comes in. Elena Allen going to come into the ballgame for the first time tonight. Here in just a moment. And Beth knocks down the first one. Out goes Josie Allen along with Abby Humble. In comes Elena Allen along with Sierra Stumfel. Ella Beth's at the free throw line to shoot her second one. That one catches the front iron, no good, but a foul going to be called against Stumfel. And it'll go to the other end of the floor, and Brittany Bailey will shoot free throws. It's her first personal foul. Team foul number 10, and so they'll be shooting 2. 30-24. First one's up, no good, off the back iron. No points, just a 1 or 2 points from Bailey, only 1 point from J.C. Murphy, and no points from Gabby Stans. Trojans going to have to get some more contributions from everybody else. There's a good play there, and should be a jump ball, and that's going to be in favor of the Tigers. As Brittany Bailey goes 0 for 2 at the stripe on that trip, and stops the clock with 51 seconds to play. Tigers will bring it in. Bring it up the floor, Brown in backcourt. Right side for Beth. Back over to Brown, knocked away, good fast hands by Crane. Trojans on the fast break. Sydney with the right hand scoop, good. That started with her defense and ended with her offense. 30-26, Trojans need to get another stop here. Get the ball back. A quick bucket like that would be awesome. Nearly loose ball, gathered up by Beth. She'll dribble out of trouble. Off to Brown. 19 seconds. See that clock at the top right of your screen. 11 seconds. Brown is trying to work her a shot. Baseline, little runner on the way, no good. Rebound, Bailey. Trojans have a time. Got time, got to go. 3, 2. Murphy took one at the end of the first quarter. Takes one here at the end of the first half. She's got a couple of long shots in her repertoire, and that's how we'll end this first half. Trojans find themselves in a 4-point deficit here after one half of play. We'll talk about it next here on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show. Girard National Bank, more than just a bank, they're your friends and neighbors committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. We'll talk about this first half, get your halftime stats, and get you ready for second half action here in this girls game. The Lady Trojans trail by 4. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back out here at halftime. The Girard Trojans getting warmed up here for their contest coming up in just a little bit. Lady Trojans right now in a pretty good matchup here at halftime right now, trail 30-26. Trojans led for most of that first half, but finally let that lead slip away, and the Tigers built a fairly good lead up to 6 points. We'll talk about it here on the Kennard Eye Care Eye on the Game. Kennard Eye Care, thanks to the support from their community, they have nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kennard Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. The Lady Trojans jumped out to the first lead 1-0. In that first half, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lead changes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ties in that first half. So 5 lead changes, 6 ties. That's not too bad for an entertaining first half. Lots of free throws being shot, lots of fouls being called. And right now at halftime, Lady Trojans, they fell behind a couple of times. They did have a lead up to as many as 3, only a couple of times in that first half. Trojans grabbed the lead at the very last point in the first quarter, led 11-9 after 1. They got tied up at 11-all. Tigers grabbed the lead 12-11. It went back and forth a couple of times, and then about midway through, the Tigers grabbed the lead from the Trojans 21-20. And at that point, outscored the Trojans down the stretch 9-6, but at one point it outscored them 9-4. And that allowed them to build this lead up to 6 points. Right now they lead by 4 here at the halftime break. Trojan men, as I mentioned, warming up right now, even as you speak, right here on this Girard at National Bank halftime show. As we continue to recap here in this one for the Lady Tigers, leading them in scoring. Skylar Brown doing her part with 8 points in that first half. Carson Dwyer had 7. And then 5 points from Madison Cook. 3 points from Ella Beth. 6 points from Ella Beth. She knocked down a triple as well, went 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And then 2 points from Abby Humble and 2 points from Sierra Stumple. Tigers not very good from the free throw line as they went there and had missed a bunch. I'll figure that up here in between the next break. But a pretty good first half again, once as always, for Sydney Crane as she finished that first half with 13 points. Other than that, not a lot of other offense to report for the Lady Trojans. 4 points from Jada Valley, 4 points from Drake Worrell, 2 points from JoJo Ferguson, and 1 point from JC Murphy, and that's it. Lady Trojans are going to have to get some more from everybody else. The Tigers played 11 different girls in that first half, and so they've got a deep bench. They can keep coming. I don't know if the pressure is going to be enough for the Lady Trojans because of that pressure that the deep bench that they have, and we will see if they can answer back. We're going to step away, take another quick break here on the Girard National Bank halftime show. Up next, we'll talk about the boys' game. Get you ready for second half action here on this one. Lady Trojans, Lady Tigers, second half coming your way right here on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kennard Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kennard Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Lady Trojans get a few shots in here before we head into the second half. Right now, leading the way for Girard, Sydney Crane with 13 points. I went through those halftime stats. She's got 13, 4 for Jada Valley, 4 for Drake Worrell, 2 for JoJo Ferguson, and 1 for JC Murphy. Halftime stats brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with friends. Learn more at ESBKS.com. ESBKS.com. Trojan men going to go in a little bit. Trojan men coming at 8-3 on the season, coming off a good conference victory over Baxter Springs. Team to be led by Caleb Muya with 22.3 points per ball game. And the Trojans are going to have their hands full here tonight against the Fort Scott Tiger. Lady Trojans have their hands full right now as they come out down by 4. They trailed by as many as 6. They led by as many as 3 in that first half. But it has been nip and tuck. 5 lead changes, 6 ties in that first half. Trojans will have the ball as we get underway here in this second half as they move from right to left. Trapped in the other side, a jump ball right off the bat and another turnover. Trojans have given it up to the Lady Tigers many times here already in this ball game. Got to take better care of the basketball. Brown up in front court on the right side. Controlled by Denton. Back over to Brown. She'll step top of the key. Brown had 8 points for the Tigers to pace them in that first half. Dump off inside, backing, and a walk. Yep. Kelsey Nelson back into the ball game, and she turns it over. A couple of sloppy possessions for both teams to start this second half. Murphy in the backcourt. They'll get it across. Kind of just token pressure. Drive. Crane. Little pressure. She gets the little finger roll. Forced it up and got just enough of that front rim to have it grab and pull itself over. Another turnover. So Sherlocker not very happy about that missed call on the travel. Off left side. Cook. Dump off inside Brown, and she walked with it. She drugged that foot as she took a step across. And another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers down the floor on traveling violations for the Tigers. Again, it's kind of a 2-2-1 zone, three-quarter court press here by the Lady Tigers, and now they need some help, and they threw it away. Trojans know how to break that pressure. Gabby Sands come down, try to do a little coaching. Not very happy about how that worked out for them, and needs to get past that press. Tigers back with it. Brown with it. Backside where she was open was Dwyer, and she was, if she reverses out the other direction, she's scoring. Brown though on the right corner. Denton back to Brown. Murphy picks her up. Over to Denton, back to Brown, set. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Now she'll put it on the deck. Slide through, step across, shot up good. Nice move. Skylar Brown, she's in double figures now with 10 points. 32-28. 6:21 to play in this third quarter. Just underway second half. Crane's got to go. Catch it there. Just go up and around. Easy. Too easy. Somehow they leave her open. Sid's got 17 points for the Lady Trojans, so they're back to within 2. 32-30. Driving Denton. Trying to push off for Brittany Bailey and off the side of the backboard. That won't work. Up off the forward side for Crane. Sydney, top of the key. Over to JoJo. Boy, she had a little room. Now she'll take it. Slipping around. What a good take by JoJo Ferguson with that left hand. Just enough for the backboard a little kiss, and we got a tie ball game up in front court. A foul going to be called by JoJo. On JoJo on the other end. 5:36 to play in this third quarter. That was a nice little take, and just leaning forward, got that finger roll, and just got it, kissed that glass enough to spin itself in there. Pretty nifty. Drake Worrell will come back in. Jada Valley will come back in. Their first action of the second half. Ferguson sits down, and Murphy sits down for the Lady Trojans. All tied up. Catch. Dwyer, three. No good. And rebound by Crane. She'll dribble out of traffic. Run to the floor. Trojans trying to run past the Tigers, and a foul going to be called. Crane was trying to throw that across the paint to Jada Valley. This is the 7th tie of this ball game. And a inbound play forthcoming here underneath the basket. Sub coming in, that is going to be Ella Beth. Ella had 6 points, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, knocked down a triple as well. She'll come in to replace Kelsey Nelson. And Valley to inbound. Jada's got to get in, Worrell's there. Shots blocked. Still to be determined, and Beth comes out of there with it. Run to the floor. Step back, she's already got 1 3. High arcing shot rattles in. Well, she's got 9, and they'll put their lead back in front by 3. 35-32. Tigers have led since the midway point of the second quarter. And that's going to be, no. No, that's a bad call. Nope. You can go back over and come back. I don't think so. Timeout going to be taken by the Tigers. Maybe give Coach a chance to chew on these officials over here. You would have had the best look of it anyways if you were watching it on Girard Sports Live. 30-second timeout going to be called here. We'll keep it right here as the Trojans. And you see Coach there talking to the officials. Fort Scott Tigers on the boys' side. Right now, again, you can't take them just off their record. Tigers have lost more than they've won. They are 5-7 on the season. But again, they've played teams like Bentonville West, Willard, Harrison, Arkansas. They've played Pittsburgh. They've played Parsons. They have not played Parsons yet. Tigers back with it. Top of the key, Brown. Swing it, left side. Here's high post for Brown. She'll catch it. Just pull the trigger quick on it. Bailey comes away with a rebound. Outlet to Crane. Trojans want to run. Long pass up in front. Catch by Valley with the left hand. Good. Trojans can run the floor. They need to do more of it, I think, in this ballgame if they want to have a chance to win it. Got to run the floor a little bit. I think they're faster than this Fort Scott team, and then get out and run a little bit. Pressure, I don't think, is going to bother. Block shot by Bailey. Loose ball, Brown. And a foul going to be called. Gosh darn it. Keep your hands up. Ridley's almost 5'11". She's tall enough with those long arms to just stand there in her way. She's longer than her. She needs to stand there and just be tall. As soon as you reach those hands down, you're going to be susceptible, and these officials have called that they'll show that they'll call that foul. Bailey will have to check out. Up the floor, Trojans running again. Murphy with a left hand. That one rolls in. JC's first field goal of the ball game. And the Trojans have taken back the lead here with 4:10 to play in this third quarter. Trojans often do a good job coming out of the timeout. The halftime break, there's Brown's shot, knocked around, no good. Rebound by Dwyer. She'll come out of the right wing. Back over Brown, here's Cook. She'll catch, drive on Murphy. Down inside, good defense by Jada Murphy. See, that's how you do it right there, and then a foul going to be called on Sydney Crane. It was great defense by Jada. She stood up there and just got big, and she's probably the shorter, little Kinsey Smith's out there, but between the two of them, not real tall, but play big down inside. You can do that just by standing straight up and down. 36-35 Trojans grab the lead for the first time in a long time. Tigers have it back, though, as they want to try to grab that lead back. Here's Brown on the left wing. Good defense by Drake Worrell inside. Outlet for Crane. Trojans are running. Sydney's just going to go. Scoop with the right hand, no good, but she is fouled. And it'll be at the free throw line here. Sydney Crane will be. Somebody's got to be in foul trouble. As you notice there in the top right of your screen, they don't put the team fouls or the personal fouls, and I usually keep track of that pretty well, but surprise, surprise, I've lost track. Crane misses the first free throw. Comes the second one. That one's no good as well. Missed them both. Hold on to a 1-point lead. There's the trap you want. Tied up, jump ball. Trojan going to go back. No, a timeout going to be called by the Tigers. Timeout going to be taken by Fort Scott. It's a 30. We'll take it. Trojans hold on to 1-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Back underway here after the timeout by Fort Scott, trying to avoid a tie-up. It would have been their ball. I'm not sure why they wasted that timeout, but Brown working down inside, a couple of cracks at it, and finally gets it to go. They jump back in front. Fort Scott does. On the shot by Skylar Brown. She's got 14 points. It's going to be 12 points in this ballgame. There's a 3 by Crane, top of the key. Not the possession you wanted right there, down by 1. Here on the other end, though, Beth. Good defense by Sid. Back outside, Josie Allen, back to Beth. Beth's got a couple of threes. Brown wants one, didn't take it. She'll lose it off her knee, and a foul going to be called. And so it continues. Kenzie Smith, it's her third personal foul. Team foul number 4 on the Lady Trojans. Dwyer to inbound, throws it in too deep. Tigers can't get to it, backcourt. That is not very good. They threw it from the baseline, and it went into backcourt. You can't do that. And now a foul going to be called. That is just bad officiating. I don't know. Maybe they got the explanation that they wanted or said that it got tipped. I didn't see it get tipped. If it got tipped, then it may not have been, but I don't think it did. And that's what they end up, I think, the explanation they give to Coach Herlocker. It was close, I guess. Trojans going to get it back, though, on the foul. Dwyer going to check out of the ball game for the Tigers. Back in comes Stumful. Sierra Stumful. Again, they played 11 girls in this ball game. Deep. There's a throwaway. Trojans get lucky. Crane going to get up in there, and it's going to be Sands and finally a tangle up, tie up. And that'll be in favor of the Tigers. The possession arrow up on the scoreboard is not matching the possession arrow in front because I thought it was Fort Girard's ball, and they give it, or Fort Scott's ball, and they give it to Girard. Now they'll fix it. Sydney will have it, top of the key. Crossing over. Little runner with the right hand, good. And the Trojans are back in front. Every minute they've kind of changed the leads here of late. Crane's got 19. Wrap around, threw it away. Trying to go down inside for Cook. And Brittany Bailey's going to check back in. Jada Valley will come in after a short break. JoJo Ferguson going to come in as well. Out goes Worrell, Smith, and Sydney going to get a quick break here. The Trojans up by 1. Minute 56 to play, third quarter. Trojans will break it across that half-court pressure. On the right wing by Sands. Nearly thrown away. Bailey, she gets it. She'll drive get contact, and almost, I was surprised they didn't call a charge there. Josie Allen down inside the paint. And she'll be called for the foul. It's her third personal foul, team foul number 4, and Brittley going to go to the free throw. It was a shooting foul to shoot 2. First one's up and no good. Bailey 0 for 3 from the free throw line in this ball game. Got to be better there. Minute 37 to play in the third quarter. Trojans trailed at halftime by 4. They've grabbed the lead a couple of times. Bailey can't extend it, however, as she goes 0 for 4 now from the free throw line. And a travel. Skylar Brown has copped it up a couple of times. And it'll go back to the Lady Trojans. On their end of the floor, Gabby Sands continues to direct traffic. Inbound Bailey on the left side. Drop it. Bailey drive. Just try to force one up, but she is fouled. And Stumfel emphatic after that. Surprised she didn't get a warning, at least from the official. She kind of is getting a warning from the official over there. And Brittley's got to get one of these go down. 0 for 4 from the free throw line. We'll see if she can get one to go through. Up and good. Off the Schneid. She's got 3 for Lady Trojans. They'll extend their lead. Remember, they've only led by 3. That's their largest lead of the ballgame. Tigers have led by as many as 6. That one's no good on Bailey, so they just stretch that lead out to 2. 39-37. Up the floor as a double dribble by Ella Beth. Tigers stumbling just a little bit here down the stretch. Dwyer is out of the ball game. Here she comes. I was wondering when they were going to get her back into the contest. 90 seconds to play third quarter. Murphy with it on the left wing. Wrap around down inside, trying to go to, again, low percentage passes, guys. It's not a good chance sometimes to force it through 2 hands into the paint like that. Oh, man, out of control. Listen, if you knock over 3 girls, you may not be in total control, and she's going to draw the contact nonetheless. Ferguson going to pick up just her second personal foul. Team foul number 5 on the Lady Trojans. Dwyer comes in. Skylar Brown checks out for Fort Scott. Minute 12 to play third quarter. Inbound. They'll get it over to Allen with it on the left wing. To Ella Beth, and nearly lost it in the backcourt. She'll track it down, though. Ball's knocked around. Back over to Allen. Allen to bring it around to the right wing for Dwyer. High post for Cook. Trojans collapse on her. Kick back out Allen. She'll pump. Now look to drive. Trojans good defensive effort here in the half court. Good patient half court offense. This is some of the most action in the half court we've seen from either team, really. High post Stumfel. Trying to go over the top. Cook. Ball gets knocked back around. Here's Beth. Her 15-footer no good. And a jump ball in favor of the Lady Tigers. Stumfel went to the deck. And it's in favor of Fort Scott here with 39.3 seconds to play in this third quarter. Dwyer to get it in. She'll get it into Stumfel. Now move it back around to Allen. Inside for Cook. Driving. Trojans collapse on her. And it'll be a foul on J.C. Murphy. Should be on the floor. J.C. picks up a foul. It's going to be team foul number 6. Cook at the free throw line leaves the first one off the front iron. Madison has been to the free throw line a lot, but 3 out of 7 now from the stripe. Chance to try to pull now the Tigers to within 1. She does. And now they've played 13 girls. Brooklyn Sheehy coming to the ball game. Or excuse me, 12 girls. Maybe 13. I can't remember. It's a challenge for broadcast. You got to remember all those names. And there's another turnover by the Lady Trojans. Got to take care of the basketball if you're Girard. You got the upper hand right now, but can't give them extra possessions. 39-38 here to close out this third quarter rather. Ball knocked to the backcourt. It's going to be close to a 10 count. Trojans get a trap here. They might have it. No, Allen. She'll bring it across. Up with the left hand. Stumfel no good. Rebound Bailey. 7 seconds. Got to go. J.C. Murphy somehow ends up with the ball in her hand again late. Ferguson run it off the glass. No good. And don't get your foul if you're Brittley Bailey. Oh, she about did. Brittley smiles as she comes to the bench. She knew she about got that foul that she didn't want to get. And the Trojans lead by 1 after 3. We're back for the final quarter. Right after this on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go. Lady Trojans going to have the basketball as we head into the final quarter of play in this one. Girard grabbed the lead in that third quarter. Trojans have not taken advantage of their speed enough. Jada Valley going to go track that one down. Now they've got some numbers. 5-on-4. Jada will step through, throw one up. She is fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. Another foul on the Lady Tigers. Foul's called on Dwyer. It's her first. Team foul number 6 on the Lady Tigers. Crane to inbound for Girard. She'll get it to the right corner for Sands. Back around for Smith. To Crane, nearly threw it away again. They've been in the passing lanes, have the Lady Tigers. Over to Gabby Sands on the right wing. High post for Ferguson. Now here's Crane. She'll get some contact. She was shooting. They're going to say contact was going to be on Fort Scott. It's on Jenny Denton. It's her third personal, team foul number 7. They're going to say it is shooting. No, shooting 1-and-1 rather. And she misses it. Got to make your free throws in a tight ball game like this. Lady Trojans have not done that here tonight. Left some points out there. Luckily for them, Fort Scott hasn't either. Here's Brown. She'll catch and fire a 3 on the way. Good. Sweet stroke there from her. And they will grab the lead, 41-39. Will Fort Scott. Crane, free throw line, step back, jumper on the way, no good, but ends up being a good pass to Ferguson. She'll put it up, no good. JoJo comes away with a rebound, and she'll scoot back outside. Crane lost it off the foot. Over to Valley, and they'll reset here. A little out of sorts coming out of this in this fourth quarter, Lady Trojans. Valley trying to work off Cook. What's the call? Going to call a foul on Jada Valley. Tough one. It's her second, team foul number 7 on the Lady Trojans. It's an offensive foul. So they will not be shooting. That's what the score table needed explanation on. Trojans down by 2. Tigers back with it. Knocked around. Here's Cook. Get her deep. Ball knocked. She's out of bounds. Well, they're a little grown because they were. JoJo Ferguson is, giving up about 40 pounds and 6 inches on Madison Cook. And they say she knocked her down. I think she just kind of lost her footing. What a good pass. She got to grab the basketball. Tough break there for Lady Trojans. It's a good look. JoJo's got to squeeze that melon. Bailey can come into the ball game and replace Ferguson. Trojans are going to put a little pressure here. Down by 2, 6:12 to play in the fourth quarter. There's Dwyer in the backcourt. Trojans put a little pressure. Nearly got that one. Brown still back there. Now they'll come up, trap. Got to recover, though, and they do. Denton off right side for Dwyer. Into the paint, Cook. She'll step around, scoop up, no good, knocked around. Trojans got to squeeze it. Gabby Sands just trying to get out of there. Trojans had a fast break opportunity, but they played good defense on that rebound due to the Tigers. Good way to Crane here with 5:45. Bailey, high pull post, off to Crane. Cindy pull back, 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebound, though, Bailey there with the left hand, good. They didn't box out, and Brittany Bailey was there. Missed her second field goal, but a chance to tie this ball game up at 41 apiece. 5:29, what a dandy we've had here tonight in Fort Scott. It's going to come down to the wire. Here's Dwyer. She'll drive it, and she walked with it. We're going to call foul. Valley must have come over there and grabbed her. They do call it on Jada. Her third. Gabby Sands going to check out of the ball game. In comes J.C. Murphy. 18 fouls on the Lady Trojans. 8 team fouls. So that's going to send Dwyer to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Hard off the back iron. Rebound Bailey. And she nearly threw it away. Crane will go to it. Long pass up in front. Murphy catch. Off the glass. Good! What a good dish by Sydney Crane, and the Trojans are back in front. 43-41. And a foul going to be called on JC. Fort Scott has not proven that they can shoot their free throw, make their free throws. I'll figure up after the game how many they missed, but they missed a bunch. And Dwyer is just 0 for 1. That one she just missed a moment ago. And this one's going to be no good as well. Trojans get the rebound. Crane, they lose her. Got so worried about everybody else, they lost her, and she got confused that nobody was on her, and now they'll try to track it down with Denton. Trojans get her in the corner, trying to step out of bounds. Good defense by the Lady Trojans. I will tell you, and I will admit that if that had been the same exchange but the other way, I'd have been freaking out because of too much contact, but you'll notice all the commercials that run through here are Girard commercials, not Fort Scott commercials. So. That's true. One of them is. Always leave it up to you. 43-41, 4:49 to play here in this ball game. Trojans trying to get out of Bourbon County with a victory. Crane will bring it across the timeline. Hand off. They put Josie Allen on her. Cindy will shake off her. Low pass. Somehow Murphy's there. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound pulled off of it, just off the baseline. And here they come up in front court. Throw it over. Brown comes up with it somehow. Good defense by J.C. Murphy. J.C. just going straight up and down trying to ask what could that possibly be, but it's going to be a foul on her, and it will send just her first. Team foul number 10 on the Lady Trojans. Going to send Brown to the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 1 for 1 at the free throw line. She had an and 1 opportunity in that second quarter. She'll knock down the first one. I don't think she's the one you want to send to the free throw line. One more, she'll tie this ball game up here. And she does. 43-43. 4:17 to play in the contest. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Herlocker. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it. We're all knotted up at 43. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Right off the bat, Trojans going to draw contact. Josie Allen, I think that's going to be her fourth. Team foul number 9 on the Lady Tigers, so it's going to send Crane to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. Sydney, a great night for the free throw line here. 3 out of 8, but she does knock down that one. So 4 for 9 from the charity stripe. There have been 9 ties in this ball game. Trojans holding to a precarious 1-point lead as we approach the midway point of this fourth quarter. Off to the right wing for Dwyer. Brown. Beth can't leave her open. She's a shooter. She's got 2 threes in this ball game. Dwyer back with it. High post for Brown, trying to cross over on Murphy. Good D by JC. Back outside Dwyer. 3 on the way, no good. And a rebound by Drake Worrell. She'll throw it out for Valley. Jada, 2-on-2 here for Jada and Sands. She tries to step through. Throws up a prayer, no good, but she is fouled. And Jada, Valley will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Should be the 10th team foul on the Tigers. They got one right off the bat. They didn't count. Valley knocks down the first one. Jada Valley has had tremendous production here over the last few ball games. It won't be too much on the scoreboard, although that's 7 points for her, but she has certainly been a factor, and she has got a great free throw shot. 46-43, Lady Trojans right now matching their largest lead of the ball game at 3 points. Here's Brown catching. 3:25 to play. Dwyer on the right wing. Back outside for Beth. This might come down to free throw shooting. Beth leaving her open. Nope. Denton. Back to Beth. Back to Denton. Wrap around. Good defense. It's a steal by Drake Worrell. Stepping in front of it and giving the ball back to the Lady Trojans. What a big steal there by Girard as we approach the 3-minute mark. Up by 3. Trojans can take their time now here for a little bit. Crane will drive through and try to shake off a defender and reset the time clock. There is not a better ball handler on the floor, I can tell you that right now, than number 23, and she'll have it on the right wing. Back over to the right side for Valley. Jada needs some help. She will get it from Crane. 2.5 to play, and they'll foul her. And Sydney will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and Skylar Brown going to be called for the foul. Maybe it could be Denton. It is Brown. It's her second personal foul. Team foul number 10 on the Lady Trojans. And Sid will go back to the free throw line. In fourth. Nope, excuse me, I missed a couple on there when I was mentioning it earlier. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 11. Better than I thought. She had 2 in the first quarter. I skipped over. I apologize. So 7 of 11. Now 8 of 12. A couple of good free throws there for the Lady Trojans to grow this lead out again to 5. The largest lead of the ball game for Girard. The largest lead for any team is 6. As that's where Fort Scott led late in the first half. Top of the key for Dwyer. They leave a shooter wide open. It's going to be off the mark. Rebound pulled out of there. Back outside Dwyer. She wants to shoot one from the top of the key. It's good. And a timeout taken by Fort Scott. 48-45. Back to a 46. Back to a 3-point ball game. 2-point ball game here with 2:06 to play. It's a full timeout. We'll take a 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live.
Two-point ball game here, 2:06 to play in this contest. Again, this game's been tied 9 times. 8 lead changes, 9 ties. That is fun. Good stuff, 2:06 to play. It'll be Trojan basketball after a 3-point bucket that was dropped in by Skylar Brown. Excuse me, Carson Dwyer knocked down that 3-point bucket. I did not mark it down. And Tigers have knocked down a couple of threes in this fourth quarter that's allowed them to kind of keep pace. Trojans don't need to press, though. Crane will bring it off. Nearly lost it. Ball's tipped. She'll get it back. Now she's got numbers off right side for Murphy. Back they go. Under 2 to play. Literally putting the ball in the hands of Sydney Crane. Going Valley. She'll push back outside. Tigers just trying to get in the passing lane. And a foul going to be called on Cook. Madison Cook. It's her second. Team foul number 10. They're in the double bonus here. And Gabby Sands going to the free throw line to shoot 2. 74% free throw shooter, knocks down the first one. That is her first point of the ball game. Gabby averages 5.5, but she's averaged more than that over the last few ball games. But quiet tonight offensively, but those are a couple of big ones. 50-46, minute 39. Need a couple of stops. Up off right side for Dwyer. Allen, Tigers do not have the luxury of a ton of time. But they need good shots. Done by inside Cook, ball knocked around. Somehow Brown ended up with it. She'll drop a shoulder, and a foul going to be called. It should be a charge. Can't drop your shoulder and run into somebody. Should be a charging violation, but instead it's going to send Skylar Brown to the free throw line to shoot 2. And she's got a chance to pull it within 2. That's Jada Valley's 5th. A tough break there for Lady Trojans. That's a ball handler off the floor for Jada Valley. She'll foul out of this ball game with 8 points. And Skylar Brown to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's been really good at free throw line, 3 for 3 in this ball game, hasn't missed. Chance to pull the Tigers within 2 points. Minute 23 to play. She does, makes them both. Don't foul her. And ball knocked away. It's out of bounds. Oh. Right in front of the Tiger student section. Coach Herlocker talked about those guys, so they do their homework. They know things about you and use them against you in nefarious ways. Outside, move it over to the left wing for Brown. They'll come alive there as the ball's in front of them. A chance for them to tie or take the lead. Josie Allen with it. Back over to Dwyer. Allen on the right corner. Back to Dwyer. Catch. Fire 3. Nearly in. Nearly stolen away and a foul. That's on Ella Beth. And that's going to send Crane back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Third personal on Ella Beth. And Crane again back to the free throw line. Eight of 12, and that one rattles out. This next one making a full possession ball game. It's a big one here with under a minute to play. Here's the second one up. Missed that one too. Couple of big misses there. Again, this from a girl who stepped to the line and made 8 in a row in the fourth quarter of a state championship game. She's seen bigger moments, but that time needed to get 2 and couldn't. Timeout taken by the Tigers. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Girard High School basketball in a tight win in Fort Scott on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Lady Trojans trying to work up a plan here for the final 50 seconds in this ball game. You see that score, see that time, top right of your screen. Lady Trojans lead by 2. Tigers will have the basketball as well as we come out of this one. Trojans need a stop, need a defensive stop, get the ball back, get back to the free throw line, and then convert those free throws. Tigers will be inbounding here from inside, right in front of their own bench. Cook to inbound. Throw it into the backcourt. Be controlled by Brown. Gabby Sands will pick her up. Gabby, good defender. 45 seconds. Again, they can work for the final shot if they'd like, but I think they'd like to get a good look at it too. Here's Brown. They ran that play for her. She crossover on. Backing in on. And over the back going to be called against Brittany Bailey. She had the basketball. She's taller, so she reached over, and it's going to send Cook. That's okay. Cook has not been great from the free throw line in this ball game, as she is 4 out of 8 from the free throw line. And so that'll send her to the stripe here with 32 seconds to play, and she rattles in the first one. Chance to tie this ball game up for the 10th time tonight with 32.8 seconds to play in the game. Kenzie Smith going to come in and replace Bailey. Now they'll go a little offense for defense here with the Lady Trojans. 50-49. Lady Trojans grab the lead with 5:10 to play. And Cook makes them both. Big free throws there from the senior. 50 all. Crane will slice through, run through, shot up good, and the foul. Nope, they're going to say it's on the floor on Allen. That'll be her 5th. And Allen will check out of the foul out of the ball game with no points. And so Sydney will go to the free throw line now with even bigger free throws to shoot. She had the chance to pull this lead and make it a 4-point ball game. Now she just needs to get the lead back. Let's see girls in dresses. Is it homecoming tonight? It is. That usually makes for a much longer in-between ball games than I would care to have. But big free throw shot there by Sydney Crane. I get distracted too easily. Sid needs to knock down this one, make it a 2-point game here. That one knocks all the way around, and a foul going to be called on Drake Worrell. And with a 1-point lead, the Tigers are going to get a chance to go to the free throw line to tie this ball game up. No, take the lead possibly. And it's going to send Cook back to the free throw line. She has made her last 3. And after going 3 for 6 in the first half, and Cook gets the first one. Tie ball game. You still with 27 seconds left. You let Sydney Crane go down there and try to get fouled, tie this ball game up. Cook's knocked down the lead, 52-51. Crane on the floor, and she walked with it. Coach called a timeout while she was on the floor. Coach Steps didn't like the call. It's going to be called a timeout before she traveled with it. And a tough break there for Fort Scott. A good break there for the Lady Trojans. Good night. Trojans will still have the basketball, down by 1. When we come back in 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go. Lady Trojans with the basketball, 21 seconds to play in this one. You want to hold for the final shot perhaps and let Crane get to the free throw line to shoot too. Jump ball. It's in favor of the Tigers. Sydney's going to that with the ball up high. Trying to draw that contact. Tough break there, 52-51. In the backcourt. Brown with it. They're going to foul her. But 9.3 seconds to play in this ball game. Trojans down by 1 point. And so Skylar Brown going to go to the free throw line to shoot. She's made her last three. She's 4 for 4. Not the one you really wanted to foul there. 9.3 on the clock. Tigers with the lead. Brown to the free throw line. First one's up. Good. The next one's the big one. And that's why there's a timeout. 53-51. We'd have a boys game coming up if there's any energy left in me. No, I'll do it, I guess. The Trojan men at 8-3. We'll keep it right here. 8-3 on the season. 1-0 in CNC play. They coming off a good win. They were coming off a good win over Baxter in a close one, 55-52 last Tuesday. Trojans have won 3 out of the last 4. Their one, though, was a tough loss, 66-59 to Caney in the second round of the Wilson County Classic. 2 to be led by Caleb Muya with 24.3 points per ball game, 10.9 for Ethan Goff, and 9.3 for Evan Troike. The Tigers, 5-7 on the season, but again, as I mentioned a moment ago in the halftime show, don't let that record fool you. They're coming off a tournament where they played in the third place game of the Kansas Army National Guard tournament at Frontenac. They lost 58-37 to Pacific, but beat Riverton handily and got a 1-point victory over Monette in their tournament. Skylar Brown knocked down the first one, put them up by 2. And now she's going to be at the free throw line. Trojans will get the ball back with 9.3. That timeout was coach talking about what you do if it doesn't go and what you do if it does. Because if it does go, you're down by 3. If you doesn't, you're only down by 2, and you can go down to the other end and get a score to tie it up. Brown missed it. Rebound. Crane with 9-7 up in front. There's Sands. She catches it. Gabby's got time. 3 on the way for Sands. No good. And that's the end of the ball game. Trojans got to look at it. The Tigers all fired up. And again, they have not beat the Trojans very many times, inside this gym even here of late. So that's a big win for Fort Scott to get the victory. 11 ties, 10 lead changes in that game as the Lady Trojans fall just short of the victory and will fall to 8-4 on the season. But all in all, I thought a pretty good, impressive ball game for the Lady Trojans. We'll talk about it here on the postgame show as we'll get your final stats. We'll recap here, talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, as well. All that and much, much more still to come here on the postgame show presented by Evans Motors. In Girard, Evans Motors, stop by the lot just south of Pittsburgh. See Nate or Eddie for a test drive and let them find you the vehicle that is right for you. Or check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. The Lady Trojans fall in a heartbreaker, 53-51 to the Fort Scott Tigers. We'll talk about it next on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Crock-In Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here at halftime, we are on the post game, wrapping up this girls' tough one for the Lady Trojans here on the Evans Motors post game show. The Girard Lady Trojans fall here 53-51 to the Fort Scott Tigers as the Lady Trojans will fall to 8-4 on the season, and they will try to bounce back from this tough one to the Lady Trojans here against Fort Scott. Here's how we kind of got to where we are. Again, a dandy 11 ties, 10 lead changes. Lady Trojans trailed by 4 at the end of the first half. They led by 1 at the end of the first quarter, grabbed a lead and went back and forth there in the second quarter. Fell behind by 4 at halftime, grabbed the lead back with 4:12 to play in the third quarter. It went back and forth, but they held the lead by 1, 39-38 as we head into the fourth quarter of play. Fort Scott would grab the lead in the fourth quarter, but the Tigers would grab the lead, or Trojans rather would grab the lead 43-41. They would not relinquish that lead. It would be tied a couple of times, but they would not relinquish that lead until 27 seconds remaining when they fell behind 52-51 on a couple of free throw shots by Skylar Brown. Madison Cook knocked down a couple of free throw shots as well down the stretch. The Tigers did not shoot good from the free throw line, but they did not shoot great from the free throw line, but they did in the fourth quarter as they went 8 of 11 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter after going dismally the other 3 quarters, and sometimes that's the way it'll get you. Lady Trojans, on the other hand, from the free throw line. Not too bad as well in the fourth quarter. 4, 6, 8 of 12 in that fourth quarter. And it was a 1-point difference, 2-point difference on the scoreboard one time on the free throw line. And so right now, the Lady Trojans do fall in this ball game. We'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, now. And, Coach, surprised you made it up here so quickly. That was a dandy. I was just telling the audience, 10 ties, 11 lead changes. No, 11 ties, 10 lead changes in that game. It was never easy at all. You guys, in fact, never led by more than 3. They never led by more than 6 in that contest. Just one of those games that sometimes the last person who's playing, making the shots down the stretch gets the win.
Yeah, we missed some key free throws. You had those stats and stuff like that, and it felt like we missed more than we did there, but they must have all been pretty late in that game. We had a chance to close the door there. There were a couple plays that we ran that didn't quite run what I wanted, and, I tell the girls, hey, run the play. Even if I call a play that maybe isn't the best play to run, go ahead and run that play. I want every loss to be on me and every loss to be my fault. And so the effort was amazing. This is a ball club that we face that beat Pittsburgh double digits, and Pittsburgh, obviously, I think everybody knows how that game went for us. And so, we've gotten better and we've improved. And we talked about it. I had a few talking points there in the locker room for the kids, and some things that just immediately I felt like teaching points that I had to say. But then I pretty much said, hey, at the end of the day, we've got to let that one go.
It's going to get loud in here in a second, Coach.
Yeah, suspense is killing me.
There you go. I just didn't want you to get drowned out by all the fun stuff here inside the gym. Doing homecoming queen stuff here, that's why all that. They're not that excited to hear what Coach has to say here on the post-game show. But, yeah, you tell them what you need to tell them, and then you like the effort. So if you like the effort, obviously we talked in pregame also about confidence. And where would your confidence be? You should be fairly good. You had won 4 straight. It seemed like confidence was not an issue.
No, I felt like overall we did a great job. And that's a good ball club. And we haven't had a lot of luck this year in the SEK. And, I feel like it's a show of how far we've come. Obviously, those close ones, we usually get them. We usually win those close ones. Again, we had some fatal fouls there, putting them, I never like putting people on the line when we're ahead. When we're ahead, I want them to put I want them to put it in there from the floor. I don't want to get them on the free throw line and let them get free shots to take the lead. And it's things that kids that haven't been with you as long, it just happens. So,
yeah, you step out of conference play here, and you're going to do that a couple more times here down the stretch, at least one more time here down the stretch. But how does this group of girls react here after a loss against Fort Scott and then go right back into conference play? You should have that confidence going up 4-0. Can this be, even though a loss, still be something that you can play off of?
Oh, I think absolutely. I told them in there, I said, no disrespect to any of our league mates. We've got a really tough league this year, but, Fort Scott's as good a team as any team we're going to play this year, so that should tell them there isn't a game that we shouldn't be in the rest of the way.
Well, Coach, tough loss here. I know you don't like those losses. That was a fun one to call down the stretch, no doubt about it. And it's all about me here, Coach. It's all about how much fun I have. What a great effort. It was fun to watch because of the effort that was put forth by your girls. They'll be a little bit tuckered out, but be ready to go next week and got to be ready. Not a lot of time to break because Frontenac comes into town.
No, they're a very physical team and obviously be very motivated. It's a rivalry game, and so we got to be ready to play that game. And, again, execution not always there, but the effort was 110% from the girls, and that's all you can ever ask.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time as always. Good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show as the Lady Trojans do fall here. Final score 53-51. We'll step away, take another quick break. We'll come back and get your final stats and your player of the game. All that still to come. Remember, Coach's interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. They've been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Learn more online at mybankcmb.com. More on the postgame show after this on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcmb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090. Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
They're through all the shenanigans here for homecoming here at Fort Scott High School. The Girard Trojan men are warming up, getting ready for this men's matchup. We'll still close out the girls' game. Lady Trojans again falling a heartbreaker. We just heard from head coach Brad Herwalker, 53-51. Final stats brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. First up for the Fort Scott Tigers, Skylar Brown, a quiet 19 points, but she hit 4 of 5 down the free throw line, 6 of 5 in the ball game, or 6 of 7 in the ball game for her, and 19 in the ball game. 10 points for Carson Dwyer, 10 points for Madison Cook. Again, she went down the stretch. At one point, she had made 4 of 7 free throws, and she knocks 5 in a row down, including 4 in a row in the fourth quarter. 6 points from Ella Beth, 2 points from Sierra Stumford, and 6 points. So they only had 5 girls score. They ran 13 girls onto the floor. Somehow they only ended up with 5 girls. Lady Trojans better scoring disparity. They had 7 girls in the scoring column. 23 points from Sydney Crane, 8 points from Jada Bally, but she fouled out in that fourth quarter. I think that's a tough break for them, and she needed to be in there down the stretch. 5 points from Brittany Bailey, 5 points from J.C. Murphy, 4 from Drake Worrell, 2 from Gabby Sands, and 2 from JoJo Ferguson for the Lady Trojans. Again, final stats brought to you by Westridge. Player of the game brought to you by Brocob Construction, where they specialize in new home construction. To learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brocob at 620-687-2381. Again, 23 points from Sydney Crane. Really good effort for her. It was all about her tonight and her ability to get to the rim and get to the free throw line, and need to make those free throws down the stretch, but she'll get our player of the game brought to you by Brocob Construction. That's going to do it here for the postgame show. Lady Trojans fall again 53-51 to the Fort Scott Tigers. We've got the boys coming up next, and we'll kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank has been serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Crocan, the fastest internet in southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, we'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get ready to talk to the head boys basketball coach at Girard High School, Rod Westcott. And Coach, you're coming off a good win, a conference win. Any win in conference is good, but one over Baxter Springs, a team you'd already seen once this year and got a victory. Wasn't quite as easy the second time around, but still got the win over Baxter Springs. You kind of went back and reviewed that one. What was the difference for your team to get the victory?
You know, I thought we crashed the boards extremely hard. You know, that was probably a big emphasis for them going in, is to keep us off the boards. And I thought that, you know, we kind of did what we wanted to there and were able to get to the glass and get some easy putbacks and things like that. So that's always big for us night in and night out. And as the season progresses, teams are trying to take that away from us. So for us to continue to do that, that's always a positive.
Yeah, obviously, we've already seen them once. How difficult is it to turn around and not that long ago play a team again? And they've seen them 3 times in a season before. That won't be the case this year, but how tough is it to play a team twice this close together?
Oh, there's just no secrets. And,
right.
You know, they're going to know your sets. They're going to know your individual players very well. I mean, everybody's in the same boat. Obviously, we know their sets and their players as well. Also, it's a matter of execution. Coming out and doing the little things right. And, you know, we always talk about, hey, whoever makes a few mistakes is usually going to win the game. And that's normally the case.
It's a good opportunity, too, to kind of evaluate. The case is true that you guys are pretty different than you were when you played them in game number 2. What are some of those most obvious ways that you guys have progressed or changed since that first meeting with Baxter?
Well, I think we have more guys stepping up now than we did earlier in the season. A lot of teams are really trying to, you know, take Caleb away, and you know, that's tougher said than done, but that's opening things up for our other guys. Our other guys are really taking advantage. You know, we've had 3 or 4 in double figures most nights. If we can't continue that, we're going to be pretty tough. You know, we've got to make the plays when they present themselves, and if we're able to do that, then good things are going to happen.
Yeah, Evan Troike's one of those guys, as you talk about, guys who are stepping up more, and he seems to be doing it in about every aspect of the game. You know, in a game where, thinking back to that consolation game against Cherryville, you know, he had 8 rebounds, 9 steals, 13 points. I mean, just doing it all from all different aspects. How important is he to your guys' success?
He's a running point for us. I think you've said it before. He's a only point guard with number 50, but he rebounds like he should be wearing number 50. So very good rebounder for us. I think he's second leading rebounder on the team right now, leading us in assists. So he's distributing the ball, getting it where it needs to be, really doing a lot of good things for us. Also one of our better defenders. So doing a lot of good things. Hopefully we can continue that. He had a good game again against Baxter, so I don't want to talk about him too much and jinx him, but he's playing well right now.
All right, you got the Fort Scott Tigers today, a non-conference game, but going up to play that SEK, I think the SEK is probably as good as it's been top to bottom in quite a while, and you've had a little bit of success and had a little rough times as well in your games against the SEK. Fort Scott, what do you know of them? What do you expect tonight?
Much better than what their record shows. They got 5-6 guys that can really play. You know, we're pretty familiar with them. We were able to see them this last summer, so we know a little bit about each other as far as individual tendencies and things like that. But pretty big inside. They got a couple guys inside they like to run some high-low with, and very good at attacking the basket. And then they got 3 shooters that can knock down jumpers. So be a big test for us tonight, and we're going to have to play well.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight against the Tigers.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineups, keys to game opening tip-off from Fort Scott to Trojans and Tigers next on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Empty floor. Little moments here before we get going in this ball game. Here on this Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, the Girard Trojans get ready to take on the Fort Scott Tigers. Let's take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. Pearls and Curls, shabby chic, new boutique there on the north side of the square, south side of the square of Girard, rather, next door to Sheer Expressions. See all the new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls. KS first up for the Fort Scott Tigers will be number 2, Jesse Lawrence, 5'11" senior. Number 4, Jesse Jones, a 6-foot senior. Number 11, Alec Bashad, a 5'11" junior. Number 20, Matt Campbell, 6'5" junior. And number 35, Jordan Hall, a 6'2" junior. So they're junior heavy, so are the Trojans. They will start number 4, Ryder Whirl, a 6-foot sophomore, averaging 7 points per ball game. He's really come on strong lately. Number 5, Ethan Goff, a 6-foot senior, averages 10.9 points per ball game. Number 10, Caleb Muya, 6'3", junior, leading scorer for the Trojans, just having a phenomenal junior season, 24.3 points per ball game. Number 34, Brett Ferguson, 6'3", senior. Brett, I think, is kind of the X factor. He's a guy, I think, who can, if he has a really good game, really can change the tide for the Trojans. And so really would like to see him have a good ball game here. He has some length that gives some teams some problems. Need to get Brett going in this ball game, certainly on the boards. And then number 50, Evan Troike, 5'10", junior, averages 9.3 points per ball game, but he's kind of Mr. Do-Everything. He will be their point guard. He'll be the leading rebounder, one of the leading rebounders in the ball game, him and Caleb Muya. He'll lead the team in assists and probably steals as well in this contest. Just very important to what the Trojans are trying to accomplish. Top of your keys to the game, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. With more than 40 fields of study, there's something for everyone at Fort Scott Community College. Students can take general education courses or complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. I think for the Trojans, crash those boards. That's what helped them win the other night against Baxter Springs in a tight ball game, is their ability to rebound the basketball, and you've got to do it here tonight against this Fort Scott team. It's going to have a little bit of size as well. Also, how do you handle the emotions in here? It's homecoming night. They just awarded homecoming queen. I think the Lady Trojans got a little shell shock down the stretch of that ball game with the loudness inside this old school gymnasium. Low ceilings in here makes it even louder than it normally would be, and that's something that you may have to contend with in this contest, as the Trojans will come out and take the floor, getting ready for this one. Let's take a look at your area matchups, brought to you by our friends at Bumper to Bumper. Formerly Brenneman Auto Parts, Bumper to Bumper has been serving the Girard area since 1935. Come in and talk with Willie if you're in the need for belts, box brake pads, wicks, filters, time-key bearings, and so much more. Bumper to Bumper, 101 East Prairie in Girard, just there on the southwest corner of the square. On the boys' side tonight, Cassville, Missouri's at Baxter Springs. Columbus is at Parsons. Independence is at Frontenac. And again, the only CNC matchup in the conference tonight is Riverton at St. Mary's Colgan in their contest here this evening in the CNC. Those are your area matchups brought to you by Bumper to Bumper in Girard. We're going to step away, take another quick break here in a moment. Do want to tell you before we do that, just briefly, Lady Trojans, tough break tonight as they fall in a dandy 53-51 to the Fort Scott Tigers, led in the contest by City Cream with 23 points. There was 11 ties and 10 lead changes in the contest with the Lady Tigers, and Lady Trojans just on the wrong side of it at the end, and Lady Trojans fall to 8-4. We're back in action coming up next Tuesday as we head back to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium to bring in the vaunted Frontenac Raiders, one of the better rivalries in Southeast Kansas, always one of the rivals for the Trojans, and we'll have the Raiders coming into Girard. Then on Friday, a week from tonight, Columbus comes into town for another conference matchup, and that time it's going to be homecoming as well. So homecoming a week from tonight, we'll have it all here on Girard Sports Live here from this season as the Lady Trojan men get to have 2 in a row at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Again, we're going to step away, take another quick break. We'll come back, get your opening tip-off here from Fort Scott, the Trojans and the Tigers, next on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes. Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout Southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norse Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norse Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, getting ready for this one. The Girard Trojans and Fort Scott Tigers here on Girard Sports Live. The Trojans at 8-3 coming to this ball game. The Tigers at 5-7. Opening tip-off, as always, is brought to you by Blair Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Blair Ceramics and bringing you your opening tip-off for so long. Be sure to stop by there for unique gift ideas, supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Lyric Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Opening tip-off. Trojans will go to center court. It'll be Caleb Booyah at center court to leap it up there. See who the Tigers decide to roll out there as well. It's going to be a fun one, I think. Coming to the center court there to leap it is number 20, Matt Campbell, 6'5". Matt, a strong-looking kid as well in there. Lengthy, 6'5". And here we go. Half court. Opening tip. Close one. That was a near tie. Tigers are going to win it, though, as they move from right to left. This is going to be much quicker. Top of the key, trying to work it off. Kick back outside. Here's Jesse Lawrence to the right wing. This is Jesse Jones. Well, Jesse's out there. Spelled differently. This is Lawrence on the left wing. He'll pull up. Free throw line. Jumper on the way. Left it short. Rebound. Good box out there from Ethan Goff. And now Ethan's going to bring it up the floor from left to right. Quickly up the floor. Top of the key here for Worrell. Swing it quickly to the left corner. Now here's Troike. Ferguson out high, and now he'll give way to Goff. Trojans good ball movement around the top of the key. High post for Troike. Evan directing traffic. Give off to Ferguson. Ferguson on the left wing. Trojans good patient half-court offense here. Goff will attack. Free throw line. Nearly walked with it. Give off to Troike. Now he'll attack. Little 10-footer. Partially blocked, I think, but it rolls in for Evan Troike. And the Trojans will take an early 2-0 lead here. 1 minute into this ball game. Jesse Lawrence will bring it to the floor from right to left. He'll work off left side. Trojans man-to-man here to start things. Lawrence against Goff, and he blows past. He blocked by Muya. And rebound pulled out of there by Ryder Worrell up in front court for Goff. Goff, crossover, continuation. And now he needs help. Kick back outside for Worrell. Back outside they go. Here's Ferguson on the left wing. Here's Goff into the paint. Ethan, good sweep shot there. No good, but he is fouled hard. And a good take. I want energy and not necessarily energy, he brings energy, but it's just that effort going to the rim and be attacking. A little bit of confidence from Ethan Goff. We've seen that wane here over the last few ball games, and that he is so crucial to their success. He's got to get going. He can get it attacking. He can shoot the three as well, but if that's not going, he needs to go to the rim, get to the free throw line. He can shoot free throws as well. One of the best on the team from the charity stripe is Goff as he knocks down the first one. Ethan on the season from the stripe, 74%. And he rattles in both free throws here. Trojans take an early 4-0 lead. 6:29 to play in this opening quarter. Off right side, controlled by Jesse Jones. Top of the key catch here for Machard. Machard off to the elbow. Shot up, hard off the glass, and good. And that is Jordan Hall to get the first bucket of the ball game for the Tigers. 4-2. Other end of the floor for the Trojans. Goff, off right wing for Muya. Caleb will attack. Kick back out. Ferguson, they'll kind of reset here from the corner for Whirl. He'll try to go baseline. Ryder needs help. Throw it away. Got to know what you're going to do with it before you jump in the air. Crossing over there. Good defense. Jesse Jones, though, up off the glass, knocked around, ball knocked around, and Troy could come out of it. Here's Whirl out in front court. Ryder with the left hand. Scoop good. Ryder's on the board. The Trojans back in front by 4, 6-2. 5:37 to play in this opening quarter. Lawrence with it, out high. He'll give off for Hall. Back over to Lawrence, dump off inside. Backing in there is Matt Campbell. Watch that matchup away from it if you can. Shot up and no good. Ball knocked out of there. Another chance at it. Scoop off. And a bucket up and good. Again, another one by Hall. The matchup I'm talking about is Caleb Muya, number 10 for the Trojans, down inside working against number 20, Matt Campbell. Right now, Ferguson's matched up against him down inside the paint. Here's Whirl. He'll give off to Muya. 5 minutes to go first quarter. Opening 3 minutes. So far, so good. 6-4. Trojans in front. Dump off inside. There's a matchup they'll have. They crash on him. Caleb still gets it to go. 3 guys on him, and he gets it to go. His first bucket for Caleb Muya. It's obvious that they want to make a concerted effort against him, but that time, the only part about him that was facing towards the rim was his right arm. And he throws it in there. Good defense by Brett Ferguson. Inside there against Hall, he denies him, and now here come the Trojans in transition. Troike, kick, Whirl, Ferguson, Goff in transition. 3 on the way, no good, left it short. Rebound though by Ferguson. Back over to Whirl on the right wing. Dump off inside Caleb. He'll go to the paint, get contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. And I think they need to attack right at Matt Campbell, get him in foul trouble. He'll pick up his first personal foul. It'll be team foul number 1 as well. And they call it on Hall. Thought that was going to be on Campbell, but they call it on Hall. Muya goes to the free throw line and misses the first one. First substitutions of the ball game. Brett Ferguson comes in is Carter Doherty. He gives a little bit of size down inside. He'll go banging down in there in the paint, probably a little bit with Campbell. Muya missed them both. Caleb has the talent to play at the next level, but he's got to get better from the free throw line. If he does, he's going to be very hard to beat. It already is pretty hard to beat. Here's a 3, though, up and good. On the catch and fire by Jesse Jones, and the Tigers pull to within 1. Up the floor they go. Troike just left of the circle. He'll cross over, and they'll clear it back out for Goff and reset here on the right wing with Muya. Muya trying to back inside. Got away with the carry. No, he didn't. They put Jesse Lawrence on him, who's much smaller. But maybe that speed will get up underneath the top, underneath Caleb, and maybe make him press a little bit. 3:44 to play in the first quarter. Pretty quick moving first quarter. Significantly less fouls being called in this one. Same crew, ironically. Dump off inside. There's a good give and go there. And a finish for Nick Lawrence, who just checked in the ball game. And the Tigers get their first lead here in this ball game. 3:19 to go in the first quarter. Muya with it. He'll go back out for Whirl. Showing his Troike. Back out they'll go. Troike. Another long possession here in the half court. Trojans ran some half court offense. Troike blocked emphatically by Lawrence. Blocked by Nick Lawrence, 6'5" sophomore. Brett Ferguson going to check back into the ball game. He will come in and replace Ryder Whirl. Trojans go big. Need some length down inside. So right now, Ferguson and Doherty on the floor down inside the paint. 3-minute mark of this first quarter. Trojans with their first deficit of the ball game. Down by 1. Troike with it. High post. Carter got to squeeze that ball. Carter is just a little out of sorts catching the ball in the last few ball games. Troike finds a hole. Doesn't need a very big one. He'll go in there. He'll draw all kinds of contact. And Evan will go to the free throw line to try to get the lead back for the Trojans. Troike from the free throw line, 62%. It's good enough for second on the team. And he rattles the first one in. Tie ball game. 2:43 to go first quarter. Here comes the second one from Evan to try to break the tie. He can't. Here come the Trojans, or Tigers rather. On the right side for Jesse Lawrence. Out high for Mashad. Mashad and a foul. Evan, it's a cheap one there. If you watch the girls' game, you'll know that you're not going to get away with that in this contest. Into the ball game for the Tigers. Out goes Mashad. In comes C.J. Horton, 6'4" sophomore, into the contest. Off right side for Jesse Lawrence. Nearly throw it away, but gathered back up by Jesse Jones. Here's Lawrence. Dump off inside to taller Lawrence, and a foul going to be called on Brett Ferguson. And Ferguson going to pick up a foul. It's his first. Team foul number 2 on the Trojans. Tigers back in the half court here, trying to cross over. Good little shake and bake there, up and under. What a nifty move. Wow. Jesse Jones. He's got 5. Trojans going the other way here. Goff with it. Throws it up. Another block shot by Lawrence. Nick Lawrence batted that one out of there. And it will stay with the Trojans, so as he knocked it out of bounds. 2:05 to play. He can elevate a little bit. 6'5", also in there, that junior. Nick Lawrence on the left side for Carter Doherty. Back outside for Muya. To the right wing. Troike picks up his dribble. Now he needs help. Muya will get it. He faces up against Lawrence. He needs to go and work in. Help comes over. And Nick Lawrence is in there, but he's kind of watching for Muya all the time. Troike will let one fly. No good. Gets his own rebound. Here's Carter Doherty with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. That one's blocked hard again by Lawrence. That should have been a foul. Hard over the back. Coach will get into the shorts of this official on this near side a little bit. Off left side, catch and fire, Jesse Lawrence, and that one goes down. You're seeing a timeout. Trojans got a fast break now. 3-on-2 up in front. Ethan Goff catch. Wanted that pump, didn't get it, and another missed opportunity to size that time. Caused him to second guess on that shot, and now here come the Trojans going the other way. Or the Tigers are going the other way. On the right side for Lawrence. Dump off, back outside. Move it back around the horn. Here's Jones, guarded by Muya. Real change their offense here. Jeff Delatorre, long-time coach here at Fort Scott, and Trojans are going to come in and get a block of their own. See who they get that on. It may be. It's going to be on Troike. It's his second. That's tough for the Trojans. What sometimes happens to Evan, I think, is he's asked to play down inside the paint, and he's only 5'10". That's probably pushing it too. And sometimes you get down in there, and that lack of height will put you in trouble. You got to scrap for every inch you get, and Evan will come out of the ball game with those 2 fouls. Ryder Whirl will check back in. Out goes Jordan Hall for the Tigers. In for the Tigers comes Carter Goldston. And Lawrence knocks down both free throws. Does Nick Lawrence, and Tigers' largest lead now is 4. 13-9. 35 seconds to play first quarter. Trojans came out with a lot of confidence early, and now things have kind of waned a little bit. On the right wing now for Worrell. Dump off inside for Carter. Kick back outside, Worrell. Go back into it. Carter comes high. Muya faces. Tell you what, if they hold Muya to 2 points in this first quarter, they were going to feel like that's a big victory. If he only even gets 4 here, they will feel like it's a victory. 10 seconds. Goff trying to shake off the defender. Screen comes. Wasn't a very good one. Here's Muya with 5. He'll step back. Fire a 3, no good. Doherty put it up. That one falls in. Well, it ended up being a pretty good pass at the end on a bad shot. And the Trojans are down by 2. Well, not ideal, but it'll work. Down by 2 after 1. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Trojans will have the basketballs. We come out of the timeout. Girard held on to lead for a good portion of that first quarter. Tigers took it with 3:27 to go and have not let it go. Troike will slash up there. He's going to be just balled all over. Coach just begging for a foul. There's a ton of contact, and got to be consistent. That's all I ask. Dump off high. Elbow for Troike back outside. Ferguson, he'll move it back through Ethan Goff. Here's Muya. Got to get Caleb going. He misses it, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot too. Again, Caleb in that first quarter, just 2 points. This kid who averages 24 points a game, and he had 2 in this one. And that's not, I mean, Caleb's going to have those nights, and they're going to really focus on him. And so everybody else has got to step up a little bit. Evan Troike back in the ball game with those 2 fouls. As Caleb off the schneid from the stripe as well, as he'll knock down the first free throw. Jordan Hall comes back into the game for the Tigers. Caleb strokes both of them. C.J. Horton in as well. And we got a tie ball game, 13-all. Move from right to left. Jesse Lawrence out high. Trojans spread out that zone. Over left side. Here is Goldston. Back to the left corner now for Hall. Back to Goldston. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence on the right wing. Goldston. Dump off for Hall. He thought about going baseline. Didn't have it. Goldston pumping. He'll work on. Oh, Evan not picked up foul number 3. Lawrence out on the right wing. Here's a catch. Looking to drive with C.J. Horton. He'll pull back outside. Another long possession. Lawrence will drive. Now pull back. Good defense there by Caleb. Now he does give him the baseline. Trojans help. And there's the defense. Nice job. Good help defense for Brett Ferguson. And right in the right spot for Goff. He'll go the other end of the floor. And good catch there by my production assistant. My score clock was somehow zoomed out. We'll zoom back in. Out of bounds off of the Trojans, and it'll I got it. Back on the other end. Tigers with it. Trojans an open frame on the other possession. Down inside. And gathered up by the Trojans. Going to the other end, they throw it away. Every possession matters, guys. Take care of the basketball. And there's a steal by Muya. Back and forth we go. Now they've got numbers 2-on-1. Caleb, he'll elevate with the right hand. Good. Trojans back in front by 2. 15-13. Tigers back with it. Both teams play in the half court, but Trojans would like to run a little bit. They'll leave him open. He'll drop in a 3. That's Alec Mashad. And the Tigers right back in front. 16-15. Up off inside for Goff. Back outside Muya. Caleb thought about it, didn't take it. Off to Muya on the right wing. Kind of pushing him outside, making him stay out there on that edge. They double him in the paint. Here's Troike for 3, no good. Brett Ferguson puts it right back up. It's no good, but Muya's put back is. That all started with Brett Ferguson. What a good effort by him and a good finish by Muya. Back and forth we go here in this one. Trojans and Tigers. Right now the Trojans have the lead. 17-16, 5:02 to play in the first half. Here's Michaud at the top of the key again. Lawrence back outside. They'll reset here with Jesse Jones. Michaud to the left wing for Hall. Hand off for Lawrence. Lawrence working against Ryder Whirl. Trojans kind of pack it down inside now, trying to work against Nick Lawrence. And Brett Ferguson trying to go head-to-head with Nick Lawrence. He goes up over the top of him, and he's got 6 points for the Tigers. They're back in front. Back and forth we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Tigers back with it. Ferguson, free throw line to Goff, to Troike. Ooh, he had Muya on the baseline. Got to go quicker to him. They're going to sag off of him, then they want to collapse, but I think he's quick enough to get that step. Troike, skip pass, whirl, set, fire, 3 on the way. Good! Rattles it in on the 3-point bucket by Ryder Whirl. He's got 5. The Trojans back in front, this time by 2. They have 5 lead changes in the last one. Right back at the other end. They try to answer back. Shot no good. Ethan Goff fighting for it. Last touch. Out of bounds off Fort Scott. Trojans break and serve here, hopefully, on this possession. Carter Doherty going to check back in the ball game. Brett Ferguson giving good points there. And now the Trojans. A little pressure going to be applied by the Tigers. Whirl going to get it across for Troike. Doherty's there. Doherty catch. Off the glass. Good. Carter Doherty gets a field goal in this ball game. The Trojans have their largest lead at 4 rather. 4-point lead here. 22-18. Michaud nearly lost it. Gets it back, then nearly lost it again. And last touch by the Tigers. Oh, Caleb didn't like it. Little smile, little grin from him. And they'll inbound for Jesse Lawrence. Showed. Trojans getting all over the place, trying to spider monkey his way in front of those. Dump off inside, they'll face. Trojans hacking at the ball. Just don't let Nick Lawrence get a clean shot down inside. What an athlete. And a continuation, they stop that. It's going to be on the floor. And so we'll see who they get that foul on. Going to get that on Carter, his first. The inbound, leave Lawrence all alone. 3 no good. And rebound going to be pulled out of there by Muya. His rebound territory is huge. They're going to call a foul on the floor as he tries to get to the rim. I mean, that ball is close to him no matter where he is on the floor, it seems like. He goes go-go gadget arms and throws him out there and pulls that ball down on rebounds. They call that foul on Nick Lawrence. His first. Muya catch. He'll fire a rare 3. No good. Ball's punched out. Oh, he was calling that whistle before he even got there. Coach just has to sit down. Ticky-tack foul. back to where we were. That would be the definition of a ticky-tack foul. My color analyst / camera person took petty foul. Same thing, yeah, exactly. Ticky-tack's better. It sounds better. It does too. Criticized here. Marital dispute on the air. Tigers back with it. Wouldn't be the first time, honey. 2:40 to play. 22-18 Trojans lead. Long two up, no good. Again, there's that rebound layer. Whirl. Ryder almost had Brett coming across that lane. Probably wise not to throw that ball. And a good decision there by Ryder. Ryder catches again on the left side. Back out around 2:20 to play first half. It's been a quick moving first half. Whirl wanting to go down inside for Carter. They will. Good pass. Carter, no good. Caleb comes out of nowhere somehow and gets that one. And last touched by the Trojans. Brett Ferguson knocked that one out of there. Carter's got to get some confidence built up back down in the paint. I think that's what Caleb's telling him. You got this, bud. 22-18, 2:06 to play in this ball game. On the left side. Here's Hall. Defense there. Trying to barrel his way in there, and he does, but can't get it to go. The ball knocked around. Carter's going to come out of there with it. And this Whirl again running down the floor. Up in front, here's Goff. Trojans are better in transition, I think, a little bit, but half court, they don't have the length quite. They will go down in here, and a foul, no, a walk. Shuffle the speed a little bit. And it'll go back to the Tigers. Had a little bit of a scoring flurry there from the 6:09 to the 4-minute mark, about a 2-minute stretch there, and haven't had much since. Outside controlling it here is Jones. He'll go to the left corner for Lawrence. Jesse Lawrence. 90 seconds to play in this one. First half, rather. Jesse Lawrence, three. No good. Rebound, Ferguson. Man, Ryder Whirl is wide open every time. The Trojans got to find that outlet. That's something Ryder needs to say at halftime. Hey, they're letting me run free down the floor. If that outlet comes, I got it. Goff to Whirl. Set. Fire. Three. No good. Muya nearly had that rebound. He'll outlet. They'll get it. Going up the floor. Lawrence with the right hand layup. Good. That breaks the scoring drought for them. For Jesse Lawrence, his first bucket of the ball game. 22-20. 48 seconds to play in this first half. Trojans right in front of that Tigers students section. Both coaches referenced the pep area for the Tigers. Always so good. I get into it a little bit. 32 seconds to play here in this first half. Trojans maybe to work for the final shot of the stanza. Goff will have to pull back out here. 18 seconds to play. Off to Whirl, 15. Goff with it on the right side with 10. Here's Muya, 8, 7, 6. Muya, pull, turn around, elevate, up, no good. And the Tigers will put up a prayer. And that's the end of the first half. Well, it's been a fun one so far. Trojans do have a 2-point lead here at the break. We'll see what the second half has in store. We'll recap this first half. We will get your halftime stats. We'll also talk about that girls game as well. All that much more still to come here on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show. Girard National Bank bringing community banking at its best. Girard National Bank committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. Talk about this one at halftime here. The Trojans have a 2-point lead. We'll talk more about it on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Fort Scott Tiger cheerleading squad. I'm not sure how many, couple dozen seems like out there. Pretty good group of girls out there putting on entertainment here for a near capacity crowd inside Fort Scott High School gymnasium. Right now, the Trojan men have a lead there, as you see, 22-20. This is the Girard National Bank halftime show. The Trojan men in a good one here against Fort Scott. Let's take a look at it here and let you know how we got to where we are. Kenara Eye Care, eye on the game. Eye on the game brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenara Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours. With locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard, Kenara Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Trojans grabbed the first lead, 2-0. They held on to that lead until the 3:27 mark of the first quarter, but the Tigers would take the lead. 9-8. They would hold on to that lead until the end of the first quarter, 13-11. Trojans would immediately tie at 13-all, and then it would go back and forth. Trojans led 15-13. Tigers led 16-15. Girard led 17-16. Fort Scott led 18-17. And then the Trojans led 20-18 on a three-point bucket by Ryder Worrell. And they held on to that lead. They led by as many as 4. That's the largest. They did that a couple of times in that first half. Right now they're clinging to a 2-point lead. That's a look at your eye on the game, brought to you by Kenara Eye Care. 22-20 your score, Girard Trojans in front. Let's take a look at your halftime stats, brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just banking with employees, you're banking with friends. Learn more at esbks.com. First up for the Tigers in this one, 8 points from Nick Lawrence coming off the bench. 3 points from Alec Mashoud. 4 points from Jordan Hall. And 2 points from Jesse Lawrence. Again, not a lot of scoring in this ball game. Oh, missed one. 5 points from Jesse Jones. Give them their total as we sit right now. On the boys, on the Trojan men's side, Caleb Muya, just 8 points. I'm sure that's a very good victory for the Tigers to limit him to just 8 first-half points. No player in double figures so far in this contest. 5 points from Ryder Worrell, 4 points from Carter Doherty, 3 points from Evan Troike, and 2 points from Ethan Goff here on this halftime. The Trojans lead it 22-20. Little stomp action going on here inside the gymnasium here as they started out with cheerleaders and all these girls came out of the crowd and all of a sudden they were involved in this, 30-person shenanigans going on here at halftime. Lady Trojans did fall earlier tonight in a tough one. We'll talk about that next when we continue the Girard National Bank halftime show here on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
This is Girard Sports Live.
We're approaching the 9 o'clock hour here in the Fort Scott Tigers. No semblance of time here. They do homecoming and what would be normally 3 games worth of halftime performances there at halftime, and they still haven't started the clock here in the 4 minutes. They've just left it there on 4 minutes. If you're paying attention there in the last break, that's where they were at. So trying to maybe squeeze a little too much into one evening. But we are on the Girard National Bank halftime show as the Girard Trojans right now have a 22-20 lead over the Fort Scott Tigers. We've seen this dance before. The Trojan women were in a tight one here earlier tonight. A game that, again, had in it 11 ties and 10 lead changes. Trojans led throughout most of the fourth quarter, but eventually let that lead slip away with 27 seconds to play. Fell behind 52-51 and ended up losing 53-51 in the contest. Drops the Lady Trojans to 8-4 on the season. Be back in action, as we will with all of these games, all these teams back in action. Trojan men and women as they welcome in the Frontenac Raiders on Tuesday, and then it's homecoming on Friday, a week from tonight, as we will bring in the Columbus Titans to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. So a few home games here, which is nice. After that, the Trojans will play a non-conference game at Cherokee, take on Southeast. Remember, Southeast has left the CNC. I believe maybe that is a CNC matchup. They haven't not left the CNC yet. And so it will be a conference matchup. Then home with Independence in a non-conference matchup. Home with at Galena in a conference matchup. No, it's not home with Independence. It's at Independence and at Galena. So after a 2-game home stand here next week, the Trojans are on the road for 3 straight games. And then home for Colgan on senior night on February 16th. At Riverton and at Oswego, and then get into sub-state action, which will be played at Frontenac. That'll be nice to be close in that. Frontenac, a good venue for that. Just, it would be a little bit better if it was the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We are at halftime with this, where the Trojans lead at 22-20. Second half action coming your way next, right here on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go. A little crazy train as we come out of break here inside the gymnasium. See what's in store here in this second half. Right now, the Trojans holding on to a 2-point lead. I'm sure there were some adjustments made by both squads there at halftime, and we will see what happens in this second half. 22-20. Trojans right now 8-3. Trojans in the SEK. They lost to Levette County game 1. Beat Parsons, and then lost to Pittsburgh. And right now this might be a little bit of a rubber match for them, so they need to get that win here to go to even, I guess, against the SEK. And that would pretty much leave them, though they have an Independence game still. So Trojans could end up at the 500 mark in the SEK, part of their schedule, but need to get a win here tonight against Fort Scott to make that possible. Not that that's the goal necessarily, but a win's a win. There's a face-up Hall, blocked from everywhere, somehow ended back with it. Brett Ferguson blocked him again, and Brett's going to be called for the foul. And he picks up his second personal foul. Team foul #1 here on the Trojans in this second half. 22-20. And Hall, kind of an odd approach to the free throw there. He misses it. Here's a second one from Hall. Up. No good. Missed them both. Trojans will maintain that lead. Going the other way. Ethan Goff with it. Need his offense. Ethan needs to attack and get that confidence up. Right here would be a good spot for it. 3. No good. And here come the Tigers going the other way. Up in transition. Hall lost it. Goes. Shot up and good. And a tie ball game. Jordan Hall with it. He's got 6, and the Tigers are tied up with the Trojans here, 22-all. 7:17 just underway, second half. From Fort Scott. Skip pass left side for Goff. And here's Ryder Whirl out around half court. Same starters for both squads. And Goff will catch you out on the top of the key. To the corner for Ferguson. Tigers have packed it in deep inside on Caleb Mouillot. Trojans may have to find more creative ways to get him the ball. Here's Troike over the top of the outstretched hands of Matt Campbell. Got a little teardrop action there, and Trojans back in front. 24-22. Dump off left side for Hall. He had the baseline, didn't take it. Out of the left wing for Mashoud. Mashoud. Into the paint, elevate, off the rim, back iron, no good by Campbell, and here come the Trojans. Mouillot in transition, off to Ryder Whirl as a catch, nearly went out of bounds. Back over, they'll reverse the ball into the right wing for Goff. Trojans have been very patient, maybe more so than I've seen all year in the half court. Skip pass left side for Whirl. Just trying to get it. That was nearly taken away. Here's Troike. He'll step up again. Right over the top. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Jesse Lawrence. Here come the Tigers. Lawrence on the right wing. Crossing over to the elbow. There's Hall. Ball knocked out of bounds. Ryder Whirl got away with maybe a foul there. Just basically came in and ran right into Matt Campbell. And it will go back to the Tigers, or stay with the Tigers here. Jesse Jones to inbound, throws it in way deep. And gathered up now on the left side for Lawrence. Into the paint for Campbell. Nearly lost is Goff with it, and a foul going to be called. As Goff was just trying to take off. Good contact there for him, and foul was called on Alec Mashoud. His first, team foul number 1 here on the Tigers. 5:36 to go, only one field goal so far here in the 2 field goals, rather, one for each team in the opening minutes of this second half. Ethan Goff with it. High post, off, Goff, catch. Now he'll go baseline. Ethan will attack, draw contact. Can't get the foul, but a good take there by Ethan. And Ethan, I think, can get some points on the attack. He makes some matchup issues because of his athleticism, be able to get up there and contort his body a little bit. Lawrence driving. Ball knocked away. Stolen away by Troike. And he throws it off of Fort Scott. It'll stay with the Trojans. Tigers going to put a little pressure on here in the backcourt. Ball stolen away. That pressure. And a good pump fake there by Alec Mashoud, and pulls the Tigers back to within 2, 26-24. Trojans got to break that pressure. They will get it across with Goff, and now Ethan going to drive. Bounce pass, open, shot up, partially blocked, I think, and gathered up by the Tigers. Another missed opportunity for Trojans. Tigers with a chance to maybe tie this ball game up. They'll get it inside there. Later, Brett Ferguson got to take that charge, man. Up in front, here comes Whirl running. Ryder into the paint, pull up, little 10-footer on the way, good. And a timeout taken by Coach Westcott. Timeout on the floor. Trojans lead by 4. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live.
It's 1,000 degrees here inside the gymnasium, so we're having some technical difficulty possibly with our camera. I need to maybe take a quick break here and try to get this up here as we're moving at full speed whenever this game gets down the stretch. We'll see if things can get going in the right direction here.